Green mean go.
What's going on, everybody? Look at that. We're on time again.
Ish.
Ish.
Yep, on time ish.
We are always so on time. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're live and hanging out now.
Oh, wait a minute. Got to put your arms up so you're hanging on something. Oh, so how goes it tonight, everybody?
Actually, I intentionally did not bring this up when we were talking earlier, but right now it's snowing.
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah, we got a light dusting right now. Like the deck has a light, like a good heavy dusting on it, and the outside on the ground just has like a light dusting because the ground's a little bit warmer than the deck. But yeah, it's pretty cold.
It got warm enough here today to where the majority of the snow on the roads melted, and they're pretty much dry by the time I came home. And it's supposed to be even warmer. It's supposed to be in the 40s tomorrow.
Oh, awesome.
I think they said Friday upper 40s, low 50s, which is just ridiculous for here.
Well,
Alex is in the house.
What's up, Alex?
Oh,
Well, this is
Jared's in the
ridiculous.
house.
This is ridiculous for us right now. My phone's telling me it's 29, which is probably a little bit above that. Real feel 13 because of the wind. Probability of snow 75%. All right, it's pretty close.
And I guess I should be fair. Eber's in the house. Robert W.'s in the house. Who else was there?
Kyle.
Kyle Walt. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kyle W. is in the house. 10 this morning, high of 30. 70 tomorrow.
Eat.
That should be fun. That could be a bunch of storms. Yeah.
Nice. Love
And let's see. Jared says we got by with a high of 71 today.
That's how winter's supposed to be.
Paula's in the house.
What's up, Paula?
Yeah, because I mean, we were 15 last night. We are going to be 23 tonight, and then this weekend we're back to high 50s, mid 70s for highs. So it's like we're going back to spring within 2 days.
Nice.
So, well, yeah, I'm actually ready for it. I mean, I'd rather not have all this cold stuff. I mean, for us, I know, Rob, don't say anything, or Alex, or many other viewers, but I like that mid 70s for highs.
That's what I like.
Yeah. Go for green living.
Which is
What's
Daniel.
up? So hey.
That's Daniel. What's up, Daniel?
Okay, I'll have to try and
Awesome
remember
video
that one.
putting generator disconnect manual disconnect on breaker this past week. I love working on an electrical box. So if you like that, go check his video out.
Alex says it was plus 3C today. It was beautiful. Yeah, we got up to right about that too. It was like 37 or so, I think it was. Yeah, so it was nice here. GT's in the house too. We got about freezing today, so him too. Cool. Paul says mid 70s sounds good to me. Yeah, me too.
Because Crazy Kimberlin's not here, I'm going to remember to say this because I was just on his live stream earlier saying, I always forget to do that, but don't forget to hit that thumbs up button down below. That always helps. He was telling me he's always on the live streams, and that's how he always remembers. And I was like, nah, I only remember when I'm on somebody else's live stream.
Ibra saying 26 and 6 inches of snow today. And JT is saying, yes, it is to Alex's question of, is that like 35 Fahrenheit? That's crazy cold. Yeah.
It is. We're below that right now. It sucks. I actually have snow falling if you just joined. I do, that is. Which we never get snow. So, well, I think since I've lived here, coming up on 18 years, we have had 1 year, I think, where we got multiple snows. And now this one's gonna be kind of it. I mean, I guess you would count a year, like meaning just the winter, because we had snow in December, and now we're getting it again in January. So that's kind of twice in one winter, I guess.
I think for us, they said in recorded history, this is like the first time within a winter season we've had 3 actual days of snow. I know that's a lot, but down here, you don't see it very often. So it's a big deal that within, actually, it's all been within the 1st of December. So within December, within a month's time, we've had 3 times so far it snowed. So that's a lot for us.
Oh, so 3 different days that it
3
snowed.
different days, yeah. But they said that's like the first time in recorded history down here that you've had it in one winter season.
We haven't had that. When it snowed last time, it was overnight. Like just it was done snowing by the time it was morning, and this time it felt like it was going to rain all day. It didn't, and then all of a sudden, when it was about to rain, it was just cold enough that snow started falling instead. So that'll be 2 days in a winter. But that's how it usually is. We'll get it like I mean, we got like I don't know 3 inches or maybe 4 inches in areas last snowfall, but that's like really rare. Like if we get a dusting, that's crazy, and it shuts down the town. 4 inches, it was shut down for 5 days.
So Batman came in.
What's up,
Yep.
Batman?
And he's saying, "Hey dudes, who's the new dude?" That's Charles P.
Yep, that's me.
So GT brought up the point of you eating another chip. I don't think he was on Monday where you had the Crimson Blaze on the Ranch Dorito.
Yeah.
So I think you should do it again.
Oh, man.
Because this whether make y'all believe in global warming. Nope. I never did believe in that.
I believe it makes me believe in climate change because climate is all about the weather changing. So I'm sure it's going to do different waves here and there, but I don't know. Wasn't the original global warming thing about like by 2012 or something, like the oceans will rise 50 feet or something? And I live
Yeah.
like -1 feet next to the ocean.
You're screwed.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they were. One of the big things was saying it'll rise by 10 feet, wipe out half of England, part of the United States, a lot of South America. But yeah,
My house would have been
I don't
gone
buy it.
then. My house would be gone. If it rose 5 feet, it would go up the highway, spread all around. It would find my house, and yeah, it would probably be, I don't know, at least up to here with water.
So Batman saying, Charles, what's happening or what's popping?
Just I have a lot of seeds. That are sprouting right now. So got a lot of stuff going on there. Like I said, just been trying to manage that, and this is the first time I'm doing this many plants. So it's a new challenge for me.
Oh, so we have a new person that I don't recognize the name of Dolly Kelly. So welcome to our little show. And yeah, 3 people tonight. We had 4 on Monday night. She says, "Oh, never seen a stream with 3 people." Yeah.
Yeah, apparently you can have up to 12 or something like that.
Yep, I've seen as many as 12.
Way too many people.
Yeah, most people just sit there and watch, and you don't get hardly any words in. You're very welcome. Rob, what kind of vape are you using? This is an Aspire Triton tank on an Digest S with a 3D printed protective case around the Digest S. I have butterscotch in it at the moment. Okay. Pepper Donkey says, "What's up?" Callie says, "Is this confusing for y'all?" No.
Mm-mm.
We've been doing this long enough to where Yeah, it's easy enough. And yes, I try to keep up with the chat a lot of the time, but sometimes I miss. Yeah. Alex says Pepper Donkey in the house.
Peppa Pig too.
Yep,
Yep,
Peppa Pig.
that's Rev's mascot.
Are y'all collectors? No, I don't think so. Well, I guess everybody might collect things, and that's not why we're here. That type of stuff.
They said Peppa
Batman
Pig
said.
was to feminize the place up over here.
Batman says, "Good luck, Charles. Thanks for being one of the super active members in the community."
I appreciate that.
Alex R says, "Hello, all." JT says, "Poor Rob is the quote unquote voice of the people." Yeah, well, Rev is usually talking about something, and somebody else is talking about something. So
And Rob
I sit
brings
and
it
watch the
back to the
chat.
chat.
I love the house with the twigs. That's what Dolly says. House with the twigs. I am confused.
Unless it's the deer antlers, or I'm sorry, elk antlers, Rev.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, up on the wall
Thanks.
next to him is antlers.
That's the elk over there.
So, how many people checked out Rob's new videos today?
Both of them.
I did.
I checked out both. I gave a thumbs up on both, and I commented on both.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I actually commented back on both of them. Okay, so Dolly says, "So, what do you guys do? What y'all guys' passion?" And like JT says, peppers. Lots and lots of peppers.
Just about
uh,
anything, really. That's what we're kind of finding out on the live stream. I'm always saying some weird thing that I'm into, and like a bunch of people in the chat are into it too. And that's, I don't know. But no, yeah, pretty much centered around peppers.
Beatty's getting busy. Says, "What's up, everyone?" And Peppa Pig. I'm finally topping and pruning all my pepper plants while streaming. Well, that's cool. Also going to try to propagate the cuttings too.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's the one thing well, I don't want to say regret, but I wish I would have done with when I taught peppers was try to clone them. It wasn't until later where I was like, this branch is getting annoying. I'm just going to cut it off. And then I'm like, I'll throw it in the water and see if it'll propagate. And usually it didn't. But
Yeah, I very rarely ever get one to propagate like that.
the best one I got last year was my pink tiger, because it was like the night before we were going to get really freezing temperatures, and that took out the plant, and it was like 6 foot tall or something like that. And I was like, let me just go ahead and try to cut one of these lower branch or little stems that are coming out with like 4 branches. And I just cut it and then cut each branch in half because it only had like 4. And then I just threw it in water, and I don't know, it took like 20, 30 days, but it finally started. But the thing that clued me off was the leaves never fell off. When the leaves fall off, it might not make it.
Paula says she was on Crazy Kimberlin's live stream a bit ago, and see, he's got a Jeep too.
Timberland's got it. Oh man, I'm so jealous. Guy up the road has a green, like lime green metallic Jeep for sale with like a big old awesome bumper on the front with a worn winch and stupid old outdated big fog lights on the front. 2-door.
JT says all the coolest people have Jeeps. I used to have one.
I had 2.
Uh,
87
it's
or 80, 87 AMC Jeep Cherokee, 2-door, 5-speed, midnight blue. Love that truck. 4-wheel drive.
It says I've had the best success cloning peppers in my aeroponics cloner. It works awesome. Yeah, that would probably be good. I don't have one of those though. I guess I could make one though. Huh? Because aeroponic is just adding the air to it. So, can I see that pink tiger? Never seen one. Pink tiger?
I can't get it only because it's kind of big and intertwined. I'll do a video on it soon, but they're all intertwined with each other. So I'm gonna move them eventually and get them into like a big, like much bigger container, possibly like my make my own arrow garden type container. So yeah, stay tuned for that. As soon as I can get that ice out of those containers out there in the greenhouse.
Uh, Raymond's in the house, just popping in for a little bit.
Raymond?
Yeah, Raymond Desjardins.
Oh yeah, JT. AMC Jeep Cherokee. It was the last year they made the Jeep Cherokee. Halfway through, like the first half of the year, that was the production that this one came from. And then after that was Chrysler Jeep Cherokee. I remember that specifically because my dad's was the last one, and then he wrecked it, and then I bought it from him and replaced like most of the whole front end. Never painted most of the parts. Or the front quarter panel, it was it was metallic midnight blue, but it didn't match the rest of the car. Not because of sun fade or anything, just because it was completely a different shade. And in the front grille assembly, right where Jeep was supposed to go across, that whole thing was just like whatever, like composite plastic color that it came in, like gray or something. It was hilarious with no Jeep thing on the front. I thought about putting the Jeep back on, but putting them on backwards so it said Pige.
I've seen that done.
But never got around to it.
So Dolly's saying, "So y'all are planters. Can you grow me a money tree?"
Oh man, I can never get those things to propagate. Like I bury the dollar bill and sit it on a heat mat. I'll put a little dome over it, and like nothing ever pops up.
Just a
I mean,
dirty.
I don't stop trying, but I mean, you know, it's kind of wasteful when you keep doing it with 20s.
Yeah. Jared says, "Rob the cloner is easy to build, maybe $50 in parts, and has 35 cloning sites worth every penny. I've even cloned fig trees and mulberry trees and a bunch of other stuff out of my yard." Jared, I would love to see a picture of that and the inner workings of it. See if I can adapt that to something, because I would love to clone my scorpion, especially if I were to get a good sized branch off it so I could start out, nice and big. JT says, "I have seeds for a money tree, real seeds, not money."
Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Wait, should I be putting quarters or something? It'll turn into 20s?
This is a new name. Unbox Warehouse says hello. Hi.
Yeah.
Save your money. Use a clear trash bag with holes. Yeah. So anyway, going back to my videos, I got a lot of good response back on the intros and the outros. Well, the ones that you guys saw, because he actually did me two intros and two outros, one for my Rob Z channel and one for the Yankees 50 channel. Well, I'm so far ahead in the episodes for that it's the one I posted last night isn't going to air until a week from Friday. So that's when the first intro and outro on that one is going to show up. But
Wait, why? Just if you got it done, post it.
it is posted, but it's scheduled. I have them scheduled to go up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings at 9 a.m. So a couple days I'll make 2 or 3 episodes if I get into a big project that I want to just finish. So I'll split it up between 3 days. Well, that puts me out to a week from Friday before when I did last night was.
Yeah, but you can, well, unless you expect to like take time off, you could always like give bonus episodes each week. Just
Yeah.
Dad, it's Sunday. I'm gonna release another video. The only rule I have for myself, I don't want to speak for other creators because, I mean, if you're in a 30-30 challenge, like someone in the chat there, then, sometimes you want to put up multiple videos in a day. But my own rule is just don't put up multiples in a day unless I'm doing a 30-30. But other than that, I mean, I'll put up a video every day if you got them.
Yeah.
And I know you love to play Minecraft, so that's the only reason I brought it up. Like, why be like a week week and a half out on videos? You could just start releasing a couple extra here and there, and I mean, you won't have a shortage of videos.
No. Jared says, Rob, I have a short vid on my YouTube channel of the finished product. I'm going to build another one and video the build this spring.
What is the inside? A pump and like just like a circle line with little garage. The what, like sprayers that you just screw into like the hose, or is it, you know, like sprinkler nozzles inside spraying at the underside of the roots? Like, is that what a cloner is? I don't know exactly what a cloner is.
Thanks, JT. Because you liked the intro you saw today. See, I'm not exactly what the difference between cloner is and an aeroponics.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. That's what it sounds like to me. Just kind of spraying.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to. That's why I said I wanted to see the what it looked like. I have a huge RRC 420 Maruga Scorpion clone in it right now. Laughing out loud, I never transplanted it. Oh, okay. JT whistles to the distance.
About his 30-30 challenge. He got it. He's already like right on. All you have to do, JT, is like do 2 videos in one day, not release, but just make 2 videos in one day and just keep doing 1 a day, and you're like golden. Which you might have already done, because I heard the way you were talking. I think this is your time. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I challenged Rob privately last night. I probably shouldn't bring it up now, to a 30-30 challenge. But then I was like, oh, crap, he's going to like tell me to do one. But I've already done 4. So
yeah, so you're well practiced at it. So now you can do 5.
No, I've done 4. The last one, I agree, like the first one, the second one, I don't know. There's a point, like maybe you should only ever do 2. Because I don't know, by the 4th one, I was like, you know what? Like I still have, that was September. I still have like writer's block only with making videos. That's why you barely see any videos out. It's not like, oh, ride these live streams out. No, yeah.
JT says, hashtag Rev made me do it. I think they are pretty much the same. And Robert F. or RJ is in. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, RJ. He's a friend of mine.
Howdy, RJ.
Yeah.
Wait, RJ. Where's the J?
Robert Fenichik.
No, where was the J? Like Junior?
I don't know he introduced himself as RJ.
Huh. All right.
I never asked where the J came from. Okay, Paula says, oh, hey, Rev, I think something is wrong with YouTube. It didn't flag my video today.
I don't know if you heard it, but I just found out. Like, I didn't get word, but apparently there was something big happening with YouTube today.
Paula, did you see anything about it being monetized or not?
Yeah, because, well, she's above 1,000 subscribers. There's one thing that she passed.
Is it $4,000 in the last year?
Which is 240,000 minutes.
Oh, that's well over. So, okay. Yeah, so you should be safe from the thing that they just brought out. But I was thinking of monetizing because I got my 10,000 views or lifetime views and everything else. And then I see this thing. And even if I had gotten monetized last week when I was thinking of doing it, I would have been done as of today for a while anyway, until I get up to 10,000, no, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000. Yeah. Jared says, Rev, it's PVC manifold with micro sprinkler nozzles in it and hooked to a submersible pump. It's hooked up to a cycle timer that you set for so many minutes on and so many off.
Yeah, I
Okay.
kind of made two different versions of those. One with these goofy little nozzles that clog up that I used in my quote aeroponic garden 2 years ago, and I made one of those for the indoors for propagating and stuff. By the way, it never worked. And then I also made another one with a 360 fine spray sprinkler head nozzle coming right off the pump, which just kind of sprayed right up on the surrounding cups of a bucket. But it never really worked, but I don't know. I don't think I put my all into it. So
RJ says RJ stands for Robert John. And Paula says it shows monetized. So yeah, you're good then.
yeah, and if you didn't get an email, then you should be good because apparently a bunch of people got emails today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't read the exact words. I guess I could, but I'm not gonna. RJ says, "Yeah, YouTube really blanked the bed this time. They just keep moving the goalpost.
Yeah.
Well, the big stay big, and the small have to fight harder to get up there."
But as someone that I have no clue how I got to where the heck I am at this point, the one thing I will say is just keep going, like keep making videos, like no matter what. Even if you're like, I only do gardening videos, and you're thinking like, I got to change the brakes on my car. Put that video up. That could go viral. Just, someone needs to know how to like change the brakes on like a 2007 Ford Focus. Like I've had that with my, I don't know how viral it's gone, but my video I put up about adjusting 3-sided LED replacement headlights for your vehicle. I've had like every week I get a comment from people I don't know saying, "Oh my God, dude, you're the only guy on YouTube that has that video, and mine were upside down and I couldn't figure it out, and you helped me fix it." So you never know when you're going to have that video, and maybe that'll be your 240,000 minutes, and it might get you 1,000 subscribers. So just saying.
Yeah. Well, if I had the 1,000 subscribers, I got the 4,000 hours in the last year of watch time. So that's good. But I'm only at like 4,000. What did I figure? About 4,040, I think it was, hours of view time for the last year. My biggest vid was a totally random one for hippie chick by
Yeah.
says JP.
My biggest one was just I was out doing nature videos. I'm going to be this new nature photographer. That's how my channel started out. And I was out doing that, and my neighbor had chainsaws going. I'm like, what the heck's going on over there? And I heard a tree fall, and I'm like, oh, I got to check this out with my camera. And I went down there, and that's my #1 video. And that thing has me over 40 hours just on that video. And I don't think it got me many subscribers though, because there's so many people that hate it. That has more thumbs down than thumbs up on that video. I love that video.
RJ says, "Okay, Rob, I'll just put all your videos on a looping playlist for a few weeks.
There you
That would
go.
work for the hours, but I still need to get the 1,000 subscribers. I'm only at 163 or 164.
Yeah, but the more
It's
your video
fine,
gets
but
played, the more it'll come up in the suggested lists, the more it will, especially as you get like, quote viral videos, you get like 5,000 views on a video, it'll just start popping up randomly on other people's feeds.
so if everybody in the chat went and watched my latest video today 5 times, that might help. I wouldn't
Yeah.
ask you to do it anyway.
Do you add
Be
your
bored.
videos to a playlist? Because I mentioned this to Chad earlier, but he brought back an even better point. But do you add everything to a playlist?
Um, I will say that about 90% of the time I remember to add it to my Pepper. I have three playlists on my main channel. One is uh, Pepper Update at the shop, Pepper Update at home, and then other gardens. That type of stuff.
because that's one thing I've done. And I mentioned in Chad's video earlier, he was talking about the YouTube thing and how he's just going to keep on going because he just wants to, that's his hobby. And, he just wants to share his hobby. And I mentioned, like, yeah, you could always go to your favorite small YouTube person and click on their longest video whenever you're walking out the door and click on it and just walk out the door and it'll just play to the end. They get credit for all those minutes. And, but he came back with me a better idea, or you could go and click their playlist. That way you could just click that when you walk out the door. It'll play like 18 hours of video, while you're out doing things. And whenever you come back, you're like, just pause it and, do whatever. And whenever you leave, just click it again and let it keep on playing, or just restart, go back to the original. And that way it could play in case, you spend the night out at a friend's house or something. And that way it'll play the whole 18 hours and stop. And
Yeah,
but that would help.
that would help, unless it's recording unique usernames for doing it. But having somebody watch them all through would be good. So JT says, hashtag go sub to Rob. And Brian says, Rob, I finally got to try the Skittles and Starburst. They finally started selling both here. Not too bad. And he's talking the Sweet Heat ones. Good. I'm glad you got to. I still have some here, and Charles is working on getting me some more. RJ says it would be considered a form of bottling, I think. Okay. All that, hitting the playlist over and over again. JT says all my videos have playlists.
Yeah, all mine have playlists too. I'll make a new one if I have something like, oh, I got something with the dog. I'll just make like, oh, playing with puppies or whatever. So that way I always remember, like, every video I have to go to a playlist. And if I can't find one, make a new one.
Rob B's in the house.
Hey, Rob.
Bro.
Go ahead.
Who, me?
Charles was going to say something.
Oh.
You said, hey, Rob.
Oh.
Yeah, that's I thought you were telling me to go. That's what I said too. Hey, Rob.
All right. GT says, Rob used to babysit the dog when we first got him. Okay. GT,
Nice.
get a playlist. Don't worry, big guy. Just hang out with Uncle Rev. And says, hey, other Rob. Well, GT, there's actually RJ is also another Rob, too. So there's 3 Robs in here right now. I'm the only one with my name spelled with 2 B's.
But that's why RJ is RJ.
That's why RJ is RJ, so it wasn't confusing when he was in the shop. He says, oh, my name's Rob, too. And I'm like, okay, that's going to be confusing. So people are saying hi to other Rob, and he's saying hi back. Okay. Other Rob. I need a list. Well, just remember, my name is spelled with 2 B's. The other one is spelled with 1 B. And the other one is RJ, or it comes up as Robert. Joe. Okay, I'm just going to say the Joe because think of it.
Think of it.
All right. Hey, everyone. Much love all. Stopping in to show love and support. Hope you all are well. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. It was nice out today. We got about freezing.
And we got snow. What's up, Joe?
We had ice.
2 nights ago, we got like half an inch of snow overnight. Not a big deal. It's called what we refer to as an annoyance snow. You walk out, you get snow on your shoes. You don't bother shoveling it when it's only half an inch. And it's just annoying, and you go about your day. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, come on. I thought it was funny. Oh, nobody's laughing at me, and everybody stopped talking. Uh-oh. Time for me to leave.
Awkward pause.
Awkward pause. We're building some drama here.
Dun dun dun.
Uh, Jill says, awesome, good to hear. Yeah, it's cold my way too in New York. Trying to stay warm. Yeah, I'm glad I got my furnace fixed a month ago.
Hey, you too. New York. I know that's pretty cold right now. I mean, it's cold where I'm at, and it's not supposed to be, so it's got to be cold up there.
Yeah, well, that depends on. Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on where you are, but whether you're in the city or out in the burbs, it doesn't matter. It's still just as cold. It's just that when you're in the city, it's you got that extra wind chill factor. That was one thing I noticed about New York City is you walk by some buildings and it you walk around the end of it and it just well, throws you over. Well, I'm sure you guys have experienced that.
Not in New York though.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I kind of know what you're talking about. I mean, it's second windiest city in U.S. over here, but it's not a city. I don't know why they say that.
Downtown Minneapolis, the highest or the tallest building there is the IDS Tower. I used to work for a company where I did satellite litigation for different companies. So I would go work in different law offices. So I would park at the main office if it was close enough, and I'd walk down to wherever it was I was being stationed for a week or two. Go walking along, and it's a nice, calm day. You walk around the corner, and the IDS tower creates such a wind blast all the way around it that it just about knocks you over until you get across the street. You fight in the wind. You get up next to the building, and there's no wind. You get down to the other side of it, and it just about knocks you over again. There's just something about the way the building is shaped that it creates a vortex around the base of it, and it's just, yeah,
Well, where I'm at, I mean, I'm kind of in the suburbs of Houston, but we're always got tons of wind out here. It's always windy, always.
Yeah, it's
So
weird when it's not windy here, which is, oh man, I'll tell you what, like Pittsburgh had snow and all that stuff and really cold weather. I don't know. Whenever it's really windy around here, I don't know. Pittsburgh was like dry cold. Like around here, we're right next to the ocean. When it's cold, it's like a wet cold and it goes right through you. And
yeah.
I don't know. I could take whatever, minus whatever temperatures in Pittsburgh because it's totally different than, 30, 19 degrees here.
JT says, I almost saw the lawn today. Um,
Yeah, kind of like
I haven't
Rob.
seen
He
my
saw
lawn
the
for a
road.
couple weeks.
yeah.
Wind turbine time. Yeah, if they could set up a little windmill right above the street that would catch that wind coming around that tower. Oh, that could produce some good power.
Oh yeah, we got to get like all kind of crazy permits and stuff to get wind turbines around here. But the power company right down the street has one, two, three, four wind turbines.
Where I'm at, we can't put a tower up more than 30 feet, including the blade height, in a residential area. I can put in a small wind tower, but you go about 70 miles south and about, maybe 30 miles west, and that's where the wind farms start. There's places in northern Iowa that on one plot of land they could have upwards of 50, 80 different 5 megawatt wind turbines, and it goes on for miles and miles and miles. I tried counting one time going down the highway and lost count at about 350.
Oh yeah, those big ones are gigantic.
Yeah.
My dad's buddy, actually you can't see them, but there's two deer right here too, but that are really big. I went to Oklahoma on my dad's buddy's farm, and well, not farm, ranch, whatever the heck you call it, land, and got these deer. But one of them or no, neither of them. But one spot I was sitting at was under one of those gigantic ones with the blades. Like each blade is 3 tons, like those giant ones. And yeah, they are loud as heck when you're underneath those things.
Oh, I know. Um, I forget where it was, whether it was southern Minnesota or northern Iowa. One of them got hit by a lightning strike, and it knocked it off um, balance just enough, and it was going fast enough that the whole thing just vibrated apart, and all three wings went flying. One of them they picked up like a mile and a half away. Those things ain't light. They're like 40, uh, yeah, 40, 45 feet long.
Yeah, they're
And
like, I think 3 tons a blade.
yeah,
They're 3 blades.
yeah, because they bring them in by truck and they lift them into place by crane. And imagine that going and flying a mile and a half away in a storm.
And I can't remember the exact spec, but they are balanced so perfectly that I forget what it is. It takes like a 2-mile-an-hour gust or something to make it actually start moving. It's something crazy.
Yeah, to make it
But
move, but it has to be at 5 miles an hour before it makes power.
yeah, they go going quick. It wasn't even windy, and those things are just sitting there spinning and spinning. But we don't have those, but they got the miniature version of those here. I don't know how big it is. It's probably like, I don't know, 20-foot blades, something like that. They got one of those right down the street. Oh, and JT said an old box fan rewired, a video option. Actually, if you do a ceiling fan, you can take that apart, and there's a ring around the outside of the rotor, and you take that out, and if you put in magnets instead all the way around, that will actually produce electricity. So you could actually make that work. But in my climate, the magnet's all rusted and everything. And I had a bunch of experiments going, never filmed it. And they're all rusted. I guess they weren't real rare earth magnets.
No, rare earth magnets will rust, depending on how they're made, because I have some that have rusted. The chrome got chipped off and the material inside rusted.
I don't think the chrome was actually good in the first place. I think it was some kind of like weird composite or something, and I think that's what it was.
So, JT, if you're going to make this video, I will definitely watch. And yeah, I don't have to trust you on it, but that would be something worth watching. And Kyle says, by the way, I don't think I said hi, Kyle. So, hi, Kyle. They paint them in Greenville, Texas, all of them. One blade fits on one truck to transport. Yeah, and it's not a standard bed or trailer on those trucks either. They're over length, and then they put the blades on so that they actually come out the back of the trailers with flags on them. I've seen many of them going down the highway. JT says, "LOL, not me. You no, I mean no, you brought it up." Kyle says hello back. So hey, and JT's all right. You two talk amongst yourself. I'll be back in a moment. Because Charles, you're not talking very much tonight.
I'm sorry.
So now you two can talk. I'll be right back.
So should we talk about Rob?
Yeah, I think so, since he scolded you and then left.
No, man. That's just wrong.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you look in your defense, maybe you were just letting him talk.
It was. Yep. So
my favorite part about talking about Rob when he's not there is I know he can hear me.
oh, yeah. Yeah, JT said it should be more assertive. Yeah, that's probably true. I've been told that a time or two in my life.
Yeah, especially, I mean, I don't want to talk just about Rob, but I know I like to talk too. So I'm just blah, 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 blah with my story. And like sometimes sometimes Rob does it, but sometimes I just need to be interrupted. So
Right.
That way we could bring the conversation back to something more relevant.
Well, the one. Oh, that was pretty cool to talk about. So, and I went and going to, like he was, Kyle was saying, and about where they're all painted and stuff. I know in some parts of West Texas. I mean, as soon as you get on I-10 past like Junction or whatever, that's all you see until you get out of the state. You just see them all lined up constantly. I mean, that's all you have to look at until you darn near get to El Paso. And Kyle was asking about the pepper contest. Yes, there are multiple pepper contests on PLC right now. I messaged Kyle earlier. I think he should enter. So,
Yeah, definitely.
well, he's a first year grower. He was saying, but I mean, I was too as well.
So I've been growing peppers for years. I suck, and I like barely even qualify every year.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think you definitely should. I mean, just give it a try. You never know what your plant's going to do, and you don't know what's going to happen with other people's plants either. I mean, there could be pest, the weather. I mean, look at what I went through last year. I mean, I went through windstorms, hurricane, all kinds of things. I mean, of course, I mean, I didn't lose many plants during those events, but you never know what's going to happen with someone.
Yeah, 2016, I put all my plants out in the greenhouse in May, like early May. I was like, all right, I'm golden. And they started growing nice and big and everything compared to inside. And then next thing you know, it hit like 110 degrees and just it was just hot as heck. And it just cooked them. And every single flower that it was producing just fell right off. And it didn't produce anything for like 2 months.
Right.
And that was like a whole pile of contest peppers.
And I mean, there's a lot of people in those areas too. I mean, I'm in one of them where we have multiple months of 100+ degree temperatures. That's just, that's a given. Usually come around late July, August to September, it's always high 90s to 100 every time with, I don't know, 85, 90% humidity. I mean, almost every day. So it's, that's just the climate that we're in. And there's, like I said, multiple, I mean, many people, who are in the desert climate and everywhere else. I mean, there's just all kinds of variables that goes into those things. So, I mean, I would give it a shot. I mean, what do you got to lose? I mean, it's just something you should try. I mean, you just never know.
That's been like
At the very least, it's something you said you tried, and then see how see how it did, and then you learn, and then the next year you try something different. I mean, it's just a good good thing to see how things go. That's the only way you're going to learn. I mean, I think we all learn. There's not one person on here who's a master. I don't believe. I mean, they can always learn from somebody else.
Yeah, and my mantra with like my whole YouTube channel has been, so what? What am I gonna do? Fail? And that's usually what I start any video out with. Like, what am I gonna do? Fail? And I go into it. I'm gonna change this part of my car. I'm gonna, do the, grow something or anything like that. But no, I mean, that's the way I always took it. And like, I went into it thinking I was going to fail. Like, I'm going to do aquaponics. This isn't going to work. And I just go at it like that. And when it worked, I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why is this working? And a lot of the time, or, 80% of the time, it works every time. But no, you just, you just try anyway. I mean, I always just say, what are you going to do? Fail? And whenever you do, put a video up about that. People love fail videos. They comment about it. Like, oh man, I can't believe you failed about that. Man, do you suck? And you're like,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, not just that. I mean, that's just a good, another tool to learn. I mean, this is not how to do it. So you can say, look, don't do it this way. I've learned this was the wrong way to do it. So just don't do it. Learn from me. And, just go from there. Just don't do it that way. If that's what the video how it's presented.
Yeah, like me, I said don't top your ahis because in my area I got a long growing season and they take a long time to come back. So just take that or do. I mean, prove it wrong. I don't know. Maybe that was just the plants I had, but they seem to take a long time.
Mm.
Ah. So Dolly's saying she wants to see one of these guys eat a hot one and cry. Well, I don't think I've ever cried, but I don't have anything hot to eat here other than sauces. But you have Crimson Blaze powder, and there are people that did not see you eat that chip on Monday.
I'm pretty sure everybody saw that.
JT
But I
says
have
Rev
cried
still has a
before.
chip to eat.
I have cried before eating hot stuff. Like a bunch of my pepper reviews last year, I cried. And like I said, I forget, I commented with somebody, like whenever I think it was with Chad, that like whenever you're crying and it's burning your eyes, your tears are actually burning your eyes and your cheek. That's when you know you really ate something really, really hot. I mean, I almost pretty much touched my finger to my eye every single time last year when I did a pepper review, but
Don't know why you didn't learn your lesson the first time.
oh no, I did it every single time. Like it was like a
Yeah, you
running
should have learned
gag.
your
Every
lesson
time I
the
did
first
it, I'm
time
like, there
around.
you go, people.
Jared says hashtag eat the chip. So we're back to the subject of you and a chip here, because JT didn't see it, and JT is one of your most loyal followers, and he missed it on Monday. So you got to give him the chance to see it.
Oh no, he messaged me on Tuesday and said that he saw it on Monday.
Oh, don't be telling me that. Oh, here I thought I had a good angle on it. Chad the Wallers. Oh, hey Chad. I will be eating some hot stuff soon. Does that mean that you're getting into the um your subscriber mark? Hope it does. Other Rob says hashtag pray for Rev. Paula says I need to get 25 packets of seeds ready for a group seed swap on Instagram. Haven't decided what to send for it yet. Huh. That one I don't know, but it's got quite a lot. Laughing out, or JT says, laughing out loud only because I love you, Rev. And
Oh, Jesus, man.
he says, not true, watched it today. Oh, Chad says I'm at 7:15, so he's only got 35 more to go.
Cool.
I wish I could say I was at 7:15.
I'm not nowhere. I'm not even close.
Uh,
I mean, I guess like Rev was saying, if I've started putting other content, maybe besides just tent videos or garden updates or whatever it was, maybe that would improve my subscriber count and everything else too. So I just kind of do everything that I'm into. So.
Yeah, and I mean, to be perfectly honest, it was like nature videos that got me into doing YouTube in the first place, where I didn't have to talk at all, and I just filmed animals. And then next thing you know, I was gardening where I had to talk. And then from there, next thing you know, I was like moving on to different projects. From there, eventually I put my ugly mug on camera and look at me, oh, rolling in the YouTube dough.
Well, like I said, I'm taking baby steps as well. So, I did just videos of my garden, and I started talking actually. Then, I decided to come on the live stream. So, it's, slowly but surely getting there, doing more things. So I'll get there eventually.
well, like JT says, he says, I say, share what your passion is. And you talk about the different types of foods that you cook with the sauces and stuff. Why don't you start doing a few videos on those? Show some people your recipes.
Or don't tell them the entire recipe. Obviously,
Yeah.
leave a couple out, or screw up the amount. It's
I'm not
like 99% peppers.
right. Yeah, I'm not going to give out my entire recipe. Sorry. I mean, but I'm not going to do the whole recipe.
That'd be
Uh,
great. It's 99% peppers, and it's 25% pineapples, and it's 5% vinegar, and just make it add up to like 250% or something.
Yep.
But be in
Dolly,
like weird proportions too, where like nobody would ever be able to figure it out.
Dolly says, "What is Charles' channel?" Last guy. That's Charles P. Well, why am I answering there? You answer.
I'll do Hey Dolly, and then you can click on the name. So
There you go.
click on Charles P. That'll send you to my channel.
Yep. If you hover over the comment, it'll have the three dots on the corner or on the side. You just click it, and it will have a go to channel option. You do that, and it'll open a new tab and take you to their channel.
Rob says, "By the way, thanks, Rob, for turning me on to JT's channel. I really love your videos." I missed the comment before. Sorry. Kyle says, "Nice aquaponics system, by the way, Rev. I have been thinking about building one for years. Um, it must be. I have two 500-gallon tanks and lots of PVC accumulated to do it. Just haven't done it yet. Well, get on it." Haha, joke, joke.
Yeah, not only that, but get a camera, get your phone, whatever, record it. Like you don't have to record the entire thing. Just, I mean, what I would do at the beginning, I'd just be like, "Hey, look, here's some, things I'm going to use to make something," and then I would turn the camera off, and make a couple steps, and look, I did this. I cut a hole in this, and blah blah blah. And then next thing you know, you got a video and you got a system.
Yeah.
And Chad says, "I post on YouTube and share on Facebook. So if everything's going to both places, that's always cool." Dolly says she loves you, Charles.
Thank you, Dolly.
Jared says, "Chad, I do the same when I post a YouTube video. Well, when I do a pepper one, I put it on YouTube, but I also have it put on PLC, but I can never find them there. So I must be doing something wrong because they never show up on the PLC's main channel, but they go on my private one. So I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah,
What was that again, Rob?
When I do a video for the peppers,
Uh-huh.
I click the box for Google Plus to have it posted on PLC.
Yeah.
But it'll go onto my main channel, but it won't go onto the PLC one anymore. They
Huh.
used to go onto the PLC main page, but now they don't. And I didn't change anything.
yeah. Don't. Well, I never do the. Well, I keep the Google Plus button checked, but that normally just goes to public. What I usually do is go there after the fact and add it, like, hey, look, here's a video that's really dumb that I made, and post to pepper lovers. That way I know specifically it went straight to them. The original post on YouTube usually just goes to your public Google Plus.
All right. Well, that's got to be what's going on then. JT says, "Yep, get on it. Got to start to learn." Dolly says, "Second guy, what is your channel?" Bandana guy. So that's,
Yeah, data guy. Hey, it's better than brown shirt guy.
yeah. Yeah. Like JT
The
says,
guy with the
Coach TV.
goatee. And then just wait.
And says, "First guy talking with that wonderful personality. What is your name? Are you referring to me, I wonder, or Charles? Because I'm Rob. And yeah, Rob Z, voice of the people." That's what JT says. This is his channel you're watching on RevToast TV. Okay, he was falling asleep. Al says, laughing, "I'm sure you guys know the feeling. I have so much other stuff going on. I build my own fishing rods." Oh, that's cool. Build rifles. That's cool. Grow stuff, hatch and raise chickens, pigeons, and quail. I fish hunt, and I bet the list goes on.
Yep.
Well, that all sounds like cool, fun stuff. Other Rob says, "Welcome, JT. I wish more People kept it real nowadays, but everyone on here knows or now has legit videos that I enjoy. Rob Rev, Charles, JT, lots of others that I like. I
Cool.
can agree with that completely.
And Dolly said she was talking about you, Rob.
Oh, cool. I'm the Rob with two B's. Let's see.
And
JT says,
two B's and a Z.
and a Z, yeah. Um, JT says, Kyle, half channel sound like, or must be, sounds like something I'd watch. I agree. I'd like to know that too. Dolly says, no, you, Rob. Okay, we already covered that. Kyle says, fix broken lawn equipment, help my wife do her photography and other crafts. See, all of those could be interesting videos. I'd watch those. Um, Chad says, JT Bear and Reptos TV have been around since I was at 25 subs. Great channel and great guys. That was a nice compliment to you guys. JT says, happy to be around. Always had mad love to you, Chad. Kyle, no vids, maybe in the future. Eh, like me, I had just had to get in there and do it, and I'm sure you were the same way too with Charles, weren't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't have any. Well, I had videos, but I didn't make them public. So I had a lot of videos. I just never made them public. So, but everything now I just make public now. So,
Cool.
but it's getting there.
GT says, yep, good crowd. Valley says, how come there are no ladies on here? Well, yeah, Paula is a lady, and we tried to get her to come and join us, but she has to get to a certain sub limit or subscriber limit before she will.
It's like 5 million in it.
5,000.
Oh, I know. I know what I said. It just seems like
Yeah, yours was a better answer. So Dolly says, "Oh, sorry, didn't see you." Paula says, "I won't go on camera till I get 5,000 subs, though." Yeah, speak up. You're going underrepresented. Ah, yeah. GT says, laughing and hold out. You'll get there. And Chad is laughing out loud. Other Rob is saying, "Paula, I forgot you were on here tonight. Love your videos too." Yeah, she puts out some interesting content as well.
Mhm.
Um, haven't seen Susan in a while, but yeah, she's always busy this time of night, especially on Wednesdays, from what I understand and what I remember. So, Rev, if you'll notice, we didn't talk about you while you were gone.
Oh, I didn't notice. Sweet.
Like you were talking about me, even though I can hear you. Ah, I got to give you a hard time.
Well,
I did. Who would? Let's see. Paula's saying I need to get a greenhouse and a pepper start update soon. Been busy with Arrow Garden videos lately. So I make the assumption your Arrow Garden is working out to your satisfaction, Paula.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
Everything's looking good. The only thing I would put down about the Arrow Garden that she's got is there's not enough cups areas. Like, like she's got so many plants going. Like, I wish they had their own little cup and like could grow gigantic and everything. But I guess if you had a hole saw, you could just drill a couple holes in there, add a couple cups, and that wouldn't be a problem. But I mean, don't listen to me. I'm the guy that like drills a bunch of holes in like one little bin and crams them all together and everything, and
But they
tries to
still
grow as
grow.
many as I can.
Yeah, they still grow though. Now, if it was like butterhead lettuce where they're low on ground covering, then you could run into issues being that close. But peppers grow up; they grow in between leaves. So JT says hashtag where's Susan? Oh, and we need a hashtag subs for the grub, as in Kathy's grub or Paula. Yeah, so far so good with the Arrow Garden. Good, I'm glad to hear it.
I like that. Subs for the grub.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah,
Supersize Arrow
do
Garden.
that. If you want to see her on here, subscribe up. And another thing that will entice her is by hitting that thumbs up button. That won't really entice her, but that'll make Peppa Pig happy.
Yeah. Cal says, yeah, 100-gallon Arrow Garden. Oh, that could be interesting.
I got a 27 and a 52 gallon that I'm gonna make a Arrow Garden type thing.
Out of sometime.
Yeah, sometime this winter. Kind of
Yeah,
waiting for some things to pop up first.
Yeah. But it still surprises me that Graham did that.
Yeah. If you missed that, Rob had a video earlier today. Oh, spoiler alert, that Graham's Garden sent him some seeds.
Yep.
Oh, man, now nobody's going to go watch your video. They already know.
But they don't know what seeds were sent,
Yeah.
how they were sent, or any of the other details.
And if you put enough comments in the comment thing, I'll tell you all the seeds he got.
At the very least,
You won't.
to go and see the new intro and outro that Derek made for him.
Yes.
So
yeah, that
definitely
is awesome.
check that out.
On Monday, I sent him an email, and he got back to me yesterday and told him basically what I wanted, and he sent me a prototype, and I made a bunch of changes to it, and sent me another prototype, and I made some more changes to it. Sent it back, and I says, "Okay, I like that. Now I want an outro."
I was expecting something like that because when you were talking on Monday, you said, "Derek, hit me up. I need to ask you something off camera or whatever." I was like, something's up with this. He wants to do something video related because we were talking how cool Derek's videos are. So I was like, "There's something going on with this." So I knew this what the subject matter would be about.
Yeah.
JT says, how do we know the pig is happy? Because she has a smile on her face. It's right there.
Yep.
A little shadowy, but there we go. So you can kind of see. I don't know. Look at her little legs flop around. It's great.
Like JT says, Sir Cracker is good people. Even though, yeah.
Yeah.
Graham
Well,
used
he's
to
no
go by
longer Sir Cracker. Now he's Graham's Garden. But, yep, still good people.
Jared says, I made a 5-gallon cracky system with a whole bunch of 3-inch net pots in the lid and grew lettuce and basil all at once. It was a huge mess. Way too close together. Yeah, depending on basil spreads out so far. If you have a low lettuce, you got to keep them like 12 inches apart so that they don't run into each other. 10 is all right. I usually keep mine about 12 inches apart.
Well, are you talking about dirt gardening? You talking about hydroponics? You talking about aquaponics?
Kratky.
Aeroponics?
Kratky. Yeah, I know. You're giving me.
Because I know, well, like square foot gardening says like 12 to 18 inches for a tomato and, stuff like that. And I'm like, heck with that. I'm doing hydroponics. I just like throw those things in where they're like right next to each other and take off. Prove to me I should buy another container, little guys.
Yeah. Chet says, I know, but I watched it. JT says, must be talking about Graham still. He makes some pretty good vids. Always going to be Sir Cracker to me. I fear change.
Well, the first interaction I ever had with Graham's Garden or Sir Cracker, he told me, like, I didn't ask, but he told me why he's Sir Cracker. And that was because his name was Graham. And he thought that was hilarious. Graham Cracker. Or he got called Graham Cracker.
Oh, so Kyle's bringing up the chip again. Hashtag, where's that chip, Rev? So other Rob is saying, yes, chip. So that's 3. I'll say it. Hey, Rev, do a chip. That's 4. Charles, you can join in?
What is it about a chip?
We're trying to get Rev to try the chip again or have another one of the chips.
What chip?
So with the
Crimson.
Crimson Blaze on it like you did Monday?
He did that Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you. That's how he did the whole thing on Monday. So I was just going along with what I was doing.
No clue what you're talking about.
So let's see. Chad is saying chip, and JT is saying close enough chip. Hashtag entertain us. Well, I thought we were entertaining you and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna comment. Well, this is my humor for you, by the way. Like
Oh,
on
here it
Rob's
comes.
video where he's like, comment down below about like whether you like my new intro or not. I totally was gonna put like your new intro totally sucks, and just hoping like I know that Rob would be like, oh, he's just joking around, but I just actually thought other people would be like, yeah, it does suck. Like might incite some kind of weird riot or something on his channel. And I was like, yeah, I shouldn't do that. I'll just mention it tonight. But no, it was great. But that's my humor where I'm like, I should totally say the most off the wall thing that'll be just really awkward.
Yeah, but you never know how I'm going to respond to it because I could say something totally off the wall too, and I could make it either worse or 5 times as worse or 5 times as bad.
Yeah, but I wouldn't find out until I went live and you just like didn't show up on the live stream. I'm like, oh crap. I would
That'll
just
hurt
take it as
you.
you were just messing with me back.
I never thought of that. That's a good idea. So if you ever pull that, yeah. All right, back to the chat. Jared says, I want to make a 55-gallon cracky system and grow a huge pepper plant this summer. I saw a 32-gallon setup. I think I can one up it. Um, that's going to depend on your growing season, though. If your growing season was long, like in Hawaii, you'd probably go through, a 32-gallon one. That's why Mr. Cracky himself only used a 30-gallon setup for his testing because of the length of the growing season. So unless you're going to bring it inside, it's not going to go through all that water, or it may not. Hey, it could surprise you. But I forget what. Yeah, Cracky was. I forget what the video said he was growing in it, but it was a tall plant when he was doing his original setups. Uh, anyway, try it out. Do lots of videos. Kyle says, didn't Peter Stanley do a big cracky or big backside cracky? All right.
He did.
Kelly, tell Rev to eat the chip. Go ahead.
Yeah, Peter Stanley did a big trash can.
It was like 32 gallons or something.
Yeah, I believe so. And then he reused it for a different plant on one of the other videos. Because he had it, he said he used it for the previous video, and then I think he used it for another plant the next season or so.
And Matt Garver did the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
I think, well, I don't know who came first, but the first one I saw was Matt Garver. And he had some kind of problem where like the rain, like the weight of things like concave the lid down or something. Then he did upside down and that collected the rain, and there was a bunch of different things there. I forget how it got. I think he put like a board across or something, drilled a hole in it and put it in or something to keep it flat. I forget how he resolved that. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, Matt's always got something going on. He's showing his office videos. I mean, he's got, a garden in his office with all the different little systems he's got going on. So Matt's always doing something.
Jared, I forgot you were down there. My mistake. So yeah, try it out. See how it goes. I would love to see the videos on it. Chat says, It's her first time here. Eat the chip. Psst, Rev. The chip is calling. Jared says, Peter grew a beautiful ricotta pepper in his big cracky. Is that what the pepper was? Says JT. Dolly says, eat the chip, Rev. Other Rob says, chip, chip, chip.
Jeez.
No, you're getting a lot of feedback for this chip thing.
No,
I think you should do the chip, Rev.
freaking peer pressure. What the heck is all that all about?
Peer pressure, audience pressure.
This
You know,
isn't
it's
like
like
a hot pepper eating contest video show thing, live stream thing.
but think of it like a musician or a group leaving the stage and everybody's yelling encore and they come out and do another song.
I don't know anything about that. I am not musically inclined.
Neither am I, but I've seen it happen in the show.
I mean, I could sing, but people would like probably pay me to like stop.
Well, I thought today we were going to hear "Welcome to the Jungle." He was going to town. I was like, I better stop. You don't want to hear me sing "Welcome to the Jungle." I was like, I want to see where he goes with this.
I even like made the next verse in the comment. In my comment. I thought I knew like the next two lines, but I went and actually looked up the actual lyrics, and I was like, oh man, I was like the second part of the first line, and then I went to like the fifth line or something, or not fifth line, but the fifth time they said that, and like I was all over the map. So yeah, glad I didn't put that. So I ended up with like, now just finish like the very first.
We have fun in games, yeah.
Yeah.
So
you got everything you want. Well, no, I guess I was right on that. I just didn't know all the words. It's like, we got everything you want, honey, and we even know the name. And I was just thinking, like, what the heck does that mean, man? Like, that alone, that's it doesn't sound very good.
JT says, I'm musical. That means eat the chip. And then he's talking, I wonder about the crowd that starts to get ugly, and Red begins to wonder how bad can the crowd get. I can't read the first part of that. Peppers. Wow. The whole screen just changed. I missed a whole page of stuff. But it's coming down to just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
We're in different voices. We're praying for you. We're all kinds of stuff's going on.
Yeah, Chad's out there saying, I will sing, just do it. And JT's saying, Chad wants in, invite. Eat the chip now. Eat the chip now. I can't do a demon voice. JT, I know every word to that song. I'm sorry I started it, but every time I go walking between those palm trees with them hanging down like that, I feel like I'm walking through a small jungle. That song comes to mind every time I go up there. But Rev, if you don't eat the chip, then how can I possibly make a video tomorrow? Oh, now we're getting into this blackmail.
He's gonna go
This
get
be
the chip.
extortion. Yeah, this would be blackmail, not extortion. Well, maybe. I guess it depends on how you look at it. Uh-oh, Dolly's resorting to the polite please.
Now we don't have Rev. We have just the dog. So what are your thoughts on this dog?
I think I'm just going to turn around and lay down on my favorite spot here. Yeah. I'll leave enough room for Rev to get in. But yeah, this is my spot.
Did you go get?
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, dog. Going? Did Rev go get the chip?
It sounds like it.
There you go.
Cal says ricotta pepper, good. Yeah, they're good, but you got to pull the seeds out because they're like stones.
Come here.
I hear they are having grown one. Hank. Oh, crazy Kimberlin's in. Derek's in.
Go.
Hey, Derek.
Dolly says you guys are awesome. JT says no or before that said no comment. Other Rob says later, Chad, because Chad said he was in bed, but I don't know if he's actually leaving yet. Derek says, "What's up, JT?" JT says, "My cough, my cough, or maybe that's couch."
Ouch.
Now it says the redhead. Okay, couch. Yes. Uh,
Little redhead.
he says we're harassing Rev here. The last guy looks like a teddy bear. That must be Charles. I don't look like a teddy bear.
I don't look like a teddy bear. Unless you shaved a teddy bear, maybe, and left a little in the front.
Alrighty, Chad. Yeah, Chad. Have a good night, and see you on Monday.
Later, Chad.
Yeah, Monday Rev will be in the candy bar.
Wait, what the heck is this? Like Rev eats crazy stuff like every live stream?
Exactly.
Yeah, isn't that why we're here?
No.
Yeah.
I wanted to like promote other people's YouTube channels so that they could get more subscribers and stuff. And maybe we could entertain people or like talk to them or something. Interact. That's what I meant.
Yeah. JT says never shave the bear. They don't like it. Other Rob says definitely Chesterfield. Still the couch. So I don't know. You sitting on a Chesterfield couch?
Yeah, but Dolly said Charles looks like a teddy bear.
It could have been worse. So teddy bear is cool.
JT says, yep, that's what I heard. Dolly says, looks like, yep. Chad says, I may join in on Monday. Well, that would be cool. You might be at the 750 mark, so yeah, that could be cool. And Dolly loves teddy bears. So, is it time to put Rev in presentation mode?
No.
I think it is.
So, all right, yeah, let's do that. This will be great. Yeah, by the way, see you later, Chad. You were cheerleading this so much, and now you're taking off. So cool. All right, man. I'll catch you Monday.
If it'll make you feel any better, I'll have a sweet heat starburst.
Oh, that's like exactly the same.
Oh, I know.
I have some Sweet Heat Skittles.
Oh man, like no, that I might be a little overdoing it.
No.
This is only the
We'll call
Crimson
it
Blaze from Grown at Home in West Virginia.
What is that again?
That guy really does not grow hot peppers. They are like bell, and you know, they got some flavor, but there's no heat.
Charles, he's got the Crimson Blaze powder.
Oh yeah. How is that?
Ask Rob. Rob in the comments there,
Yeah, the other Rob. Rob B.
and his response will be awesome.
Awesome.
But anyway, since I'm on presentation mode, this would be a normal Coal Ranch Dorito. Yeah, just kind of yellow looking. And then I don't know why I keep doing that, all that stuff. But let me hold this down below. I don't know if you can see, but we got a little bit of red action going on there.
That's good.
It's not like I did on Monday. I kind of went a little heavy on that. Whew. I don't know what the heck I was thinking then. But kind of concentrated in the center. Sucks. Which would kind of move out. Anyway.
Well, you're going to eat the whole thing at once, so. Dolly, he can handle it.
It still congregates. Yeah, and if you're wondering what this is, it's the Crimson Blaze from Grown at Home in WV, and it's sold out, so you can't buy it. I have no clue what's in it, but it's all hot. So,
He won't tell anybody what's in it.
well, I don't blame him either.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna eat the backup chip too because it's just sitting on my couch.
With my Crimson Blaze on it.
Oh, I already ate it. Probably like not face the microphone when I'm chewing crunchy chips.
So, should I make up that the starbursts are hot? Oh! I can't handle this. Don't.
Wait, should I change you into presentation mode?
I know that little tiny thing down there is definitely big enough. This is all about you. I'm just trying to add a little smile to your face. See, presentation mode now, you're just plastered all over the screen. See? Right like that.
And Peppa Pig.
And Dolly says your beard is changing color.
Yeah.
Al wants to know about the flavor.
I don't know. Cool Ranch for a little bit. Then I don't know. Well, a lot of salivation or whatever. Or saliva. And then I don't know. It started off burn on the tongue itself, moved into burn on the side of the mouth. Right now, it's kind of like burning the front of the lips, and I don't know. I kind of feel like it's moving backwards. Definitely gives you dragon breath, though.
So you take that powder versus like a straight scorpion pepper powder. Everybody's saying that that powder's got a lot better overall flavor to it, and it's not just heat. You know, you look at the scorpion and it being just so much heat that, yeah.
No, I mean it's got good flavor. I can't tell you what it is, but there's flavor in there. And then the heat comes right after it and just kind of like burns all the flavor away.
So smoky, sharp, fruity. Yeah, I don't know the difference between florally and fruity as far as peppers go.
Fruity is more that like scorpion type flavor. It's got that floral, or no, not fruity, but floral is like that scorpion pepper heat or taste.
Okay. Ah, it tastes burny.
Oh yeah, it keeps building over and over and over again.
Fruity, sharp, and hot.
Oh yeah, now I'm sweating under my bandana on top of it, through it. Actually, no, I'm not. I feel like I am, but
The other Rob is saying it's great.
if you clicked on the link that JT put in comments earlier, I was sweating in that one. The kind where like you do that kind of thing and your hand is glistening.
Okay, so Brian says, to me, you had a good taste. Get the dried pepper taste from the powder. Too many different types of peppers to pick them out, and it builds quickly. I use it in chocolate or often as well. So, Brian, you're saying overall the flavors are melding together into one nice flavor? Because if you can't
Well,
tell them apart, that it's coming across as one.
yeah, not, yeah, just one flavor. I don't want to call it a nice flavor, but I mean, it is good, but I don't know. I wouldn't call it a flavor. It's more of just the overall burn. Because it definitely has a pretty decent overall burn. Like, the more I talk, the more my tongue just becomes inflamed. It's kind of like, I don't know. I swallowed some lighter fluid, and every time I talk, I'm just like, adding fuel to the fire. And
Like you swallowed a propane tank that was still lit, and
oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we like to call that in the eating hot things world dragon breath. There's definitely some going on over here.
Yeah. Even Derek, he got lit up pretty good with it.
But I think he ate Dave's chips.
Yep.
He did
He
that
did.
like multiple process that he does.
Yeah, and he ate both of them.
Ah, it peaked. Dang.
Dally says, drink some milk, Rev. She doesn't know that you don't drink milk.
Nah, I hate milk.
And Brian says, flavor doesn't last long due to the quick heat buildup.
Yeah. Like I said, like all of a sudden I realized it was done building and like it just dropped off dramatically. I mean, I will take a drink, but it's not milk. It's fruit juice.
Uh-huh. Probably going to make it worse.
Oh yeah, definitely. Any kind of carbonated fruit beverage, yeah, that makes it worse. But nah, it's over.
Oh, you can stay in presentation mode. Derek says, I'm with you, not a milk fan. And Dolly says, you're a good sport, Rev. Deep inside, he likes doing stuff like this.
Yeah,
I have never tried lemon. I heard lemon makes it better, but not sure. I trust that.
I doubt that because it's acidic. That'll like act, make it
But
act a little bit more. Kind of like, we'll put it this way. How about take some hot sauce, whatever you're choosing, and put it on like a meatball sub with tomato sauce? That
no,
tomato has acid in there. Man, it makes it way hotter. So I doubt lemons will do that. But I've also had, I forget who it was that said that. They wanted to see me do a shot after eating a hot pepper, which I did, but apparently I waited too long. So
Derek says only thing that works is time. Other Rob says
exactly. Yeah, once you do it, you're there for the ride. You gotta like ride that roller coaster. You did it.
says so did Rev eat the chip I didn't see? Yep. You missed it. JT says, yep, pretty much what I thought. Other Rob says, may need another. Yeah. JT says, other Rob missed the chip. Oh, Rev. Time for another one so Rob can see. I don't blame you either. I wouldn't want to do another one.
People, what the heck?
Yeah, Derek says, although I tend to wash heat down with beer, laughing out loud.
Not beer, fruit juice.
Oh, that's the keyword for it.
Huh?
That's the keyword for it, because I know a group of
I have
guys that
no clue what you're
will
talking
talk
about.
about going and getting some apple juice when they're talking about vodka.
No, that's the code word for wine.
Well, they keep saying apple juice in regards to vodka.
Oh, apple juice. Well, no, that's potato juice when you're talking about vodka.
Yeah, if it's the good stuff, but not too many people can afford potato juice.
Is potato vodka good? I thought that was like lower
it's
end
flipping
vodka.
awesome.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
you take
yeah.
them by Smirnoff or Kharkov or whatever. They're all made uh, the same way beer is. But potato vodka is actually made out of potatoes, and you pay about 3 times as much for it.
I thought that was the cheap stuff, like the what, $2 chuck or whatever.
No, potato vodkas are expensive. You can buy a bottle of Belvedere, just a small one. 750 will cost you $40.
I don't know. Belvedere was like potato vodka.
It is.
Again,
Uh,
there's the
Colorado Kool-Aid.
goofy chip. There's this one.
Okay.
Kind of comes up.
He's doing a second one, ladies and gentlemen.
Can't disappoint everybody.
On top of that, you like it.
I know I did.
I know you can tell by your face.
And I'm gonna do another chaser chip. That's my
Why
milk.
not?
Well, that's my milk. It's not a good chaser, by the way.
Chad, you're not Chad. Charles, you're awfully quiet.
I'm just watching Rev eat his chips.
Oh, how about I'll sit here and shut up now. I'll let you read the chat for a little while. How's that?
What would you like to chat about?
No, read the chat.
Oh, read the chat. Oh, sure. Let's see. I guess JT Bear said, "Yep, tater juice." Kyle said, "It's all moonshine. It's what happens after." JT Bear was, "Oh my God, Red, you're such a good sport." Derek said, "I didn't see it. There's a lag."
Apparently, not a lot of people saw
JT Bear
it.
said, "Pepper based S&M." Rob said, "I didn't see it. Must need another." Then JT Bear said, "Charles guitar." What's my dog's name? I have two. One's Fiona, one's Maverick.
Or were you talking to me? My red dog is Deeves. This one didn't hit nearly as bad. I mean, I
Well,
didn't put as much on there, but I definitely did like 2/3.
yeah, and you look at the way you ate the first one, you had it crunched up pretty good and pretty much swallowed, and then took the second chip. Where this one, you were still chewing the first one and threw in the chaser chip at the same time. So you cut down the percentage of it. So the extra powders got mixed in with the second chip and you swallowed them down whole. So you need to get more powder in the first one so it's equal. Put that one in your mouth, chew it up, and get it all over everything, and then swallow it. Then follow it with the chaser chip.
So apparently, Rev, a lot of people have a lot of lag. So I guess I don't know if they're not seeing what you just did.
Yeah, it sucks for them, man. They should totally restart their computer and come back.
Well, some did. As a matter of fact, they've already restarted their computer, and they would like to see what they missed in the lag.
Well, this will be reposted after it's.
Some said they can't wait till later. They said they've been having a lot of computer issues, and then this might be the only opportunity they'll have to see it.
Hey,
But just remember, an hour and 40 minutes in is when he did it about.
Yeah, I can't help it if you got computer issues.
Oh. JT says, face it, Rev, they want to see you eat a spoonful. Hashtag you can't please the people. No chip, more powder.
Spoonful's not gonna happen.
That's
Not a spoonful. I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
yeah, that's bad. Maybe only Rob Bloomberg. That's it. Is he? Yeah.
Or
Only
Brando.
When you said that, I assume, and it's got to be true that you were talking about Rob Z, not Rob B.
Oh no.
No.
No, I am totally positive that you were talking about Rob Z and not Rob B.
Nah. If I was talking about lemon drop powder, yes, maybe Rob Z. But Crimson Blaze, definitely Rob Bloomberg.
Yeah. Thanks for the clarification. Now I'm off the hook.
Yes. We need to clarify things. I'd try it, but it would hurt. Of course it hurt. I mean that stuff is it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a spoonful of it either. I mean, I got these two bottles. I've got the uh, King Spice and then the Nate's Rush, both from Dave as well. But I'd sprinkle some on a paper towel or a napkin, and then on the corner, and then pop it in. So it's not like a spoonful or anything, but it's more than enough to get the flavor going.
The one really good thing about eating hot things, though, is this flu that's been going around. Everybody's been getting it. I don't know, if you keep up with your peppers, you shouldn't be getting the flu. That's what I tell myself anyway. I have no doctorate background.
Well, I haven't gotten the flu, and I eat quite a lot of pepper stuff.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people around me that got sick, and I don't know. I just keep eating hot things every single day, and I don't want to say that it's helping, but I haven't got sick yet. But Dave has, so pray for Dave.
Yeah, pray for Dave.
And definitely maybe that is a good reason to have him back on when he said he'll be back on Monday.
While Rev eats a candy bar.
Which, by the way, the heat in the candy bar is not the bad part. It's just the chocolate that I'm really worried about. But maybe when Dave comes back, maybe you'd like to see him eat something hot.
Sure.
Maybe he's got Doritos and Crimson Blaze laying around.
You might actually have Crimson Blaze chips floating around.
He may actually send you some of his special concoction.
I better not.
JT says spoonful of powder is so many levels of pain. The dry alone is killer. Other Rob says I use my whole Nate's Rush. Well, I've been using it sparingly because I know it's the only bottle I'll have till next year.
The pepper powder dry alone is killer. Yeah, but it's also not so bad when you cook with it, because that it infuses with like the whatever the liquids of whatever you're cooking and everything.
Mhm.
But it's not as bad. But no, just straight like on a chip. Yeah, it sucks.
And Dolly says exactly, Rev, and it deters vermin plant around the house. But yeah, the rabbits go up and eat my pepper plants when they can reach them.
That's why most
and the deer come by and eat my pepper plants.
That's why all my stuff's in the greenhouse.
And the red squirrels eat my pepper plants. Other Rob says, and my whole Cartali. Okay. So Paula posted that she said the orange habanero and one of the tomatoes was what she chose for her seeds for the giveaway. It went off the screen. Okay, JT says, okay, I gotta boogie off to my pillow. Have a great night, all. Night, JT.
Later, JT.
I did say JT, right? Yeah, I hope I did.
Great.
Okay, and then, yep, Candy on Monday. Dally says, Rev, are you from the Northeast?
Nope. From the Central East. Northeast North Carolina.
Rob says, I'm about halfway in my Crimson Blaze and chocolate caramel. Oh my. So yeah, you can definitely handle it. And Brian says, not true. I eat a lot of pepper sauce and powder. And this is day 6 of my stomach virus. Today I actually ate a bowl of soup for the first time in 6 days.
Mm.
Ouch.
Well, hopefully you're feeling better.
Yeah, get me feeling better. Other Rob says I used the Nate's Russian. It's got to be Cartali on pie and ice cream.
Rob
I
uses the
still got to
heck
try the
out of
ice cream.
peppers.
What was that?
Rob uses the heck out of pepper powders and sauces and everything. He's hardcore.
I guess I'm just well. I admit it. I'm a lightweight when it comes to hot things.
Well, and to get not lightweight, you just need to, just show off what crappy ranch chips look like, and then, some more.
But that's a good amount. Now this time you now everybody watch closely. He's got a chip there. Lots of crimson blaze on it. He's
Well,
gonna
before you do that, you get that thumbs up button going because, that's what that's all about. I always forget to do that. I can't believe it. I have done more thumbs up promotions in this video than I have in like the last 4 months on average.
Other Rob says I may have a powder problem, pepper powder problem. That is.
Well, no, I have I like getting the endorphin rush off the pepper powder problem. I mean, some people just say that it's a powder problem, but you don't want to say that in public because then the cops come looking around your house.
Yeah, and that's why I clarify that with pepper powder. I already thumbed up or thumbs up. Now we're talking. Okay, so yeah, chew it up, spread it around. You got a chaser chiplet ready?
I have it ready, but you were critiquing me on the last one, so I'm not gonna try it yet.
Yeah, but I'm
For
just
me,
teasing.
I mean, I don't like eating super hot stuff like an hour before I go to bed. That's for me, because I mean, this like the live streams off at 12 or what have you. Well, my time 1 Eastern, an hour right before I go to bed is probably not a good thing.
It's great for me because then it's like setting an alarm clock. Like you're not gonna oversleep.
I never hardly. I don't oversleep. So,
Either when I eat hot stuff close to bedtime.
Other app says only powder I like comes from peppers. Which, yeah, good thing. Kyle says, what is everybody most excited about growing this year? Rev, you can go first for your Dragon's Breath.
He's
Okay, Charles?
Well, if I can ever get one to sprout, I want that King Star Lemon Starburst, but I don't know, I'm still waiting. I've got, I don't know, 5, 6 varieties of King Star, and I have, I think all but 2 types varieties haven't sprouted. That's one of them. Again, Lemon Starburst. The other one's the Lenzo. So, I mean, that's for me. I'd like to see that come up and actually have a plant from that one, but we'll have to wait and see.
I'm most anticipating the giant red Rokotos and Aribi Gusanos. And the Aribi Gusanos, because they're such a unique little pepper, when they grow pointing up and they ripen to a white color. And they're only about 3/4 of an inch long. And if you're lucky, you'll get 1 or 2 seeds per pod. But they have a real nice flavor. I wouldn't say they're as hot as a habanero, but they're considerably hotter than jalapeno.
Mm-hmm.
And the plants are really prolific, so you get a lot off it. But it takes a lot to make a pound.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I have so many. I'm like I said, I'm doing like 124 varieties or something like that, possibly. So I mean, there's so many different things. I mean, lightning habaneros. I mean, there's so many that I have that I'm interested in seeing how they are. And then the other thing is on PLC. Since we're doing those challenges, I'm kind of the head of the Dorset Naga challenge. I'd like to, see someone, beat the record that was held by Sea Springs about the Nigel plant. See if someone can actually grow the 2,000 something plus pods in a year. So I'm just waiting and curious to see how that is, and I'm actually curious to see how mine does as well. Because I'm going to be growing it in a 65-gallon smart pot. So I want to see how that goes. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that is. I mean, and all the contests are cool. I mean, you have the Scotch bonnet, the Scotch brains, the bonsai. The bonsai is neat. I'm doing the uchu cream on that one, but just see what people are going to come up with at the end of the year. Because those little bunchies, they're really cool when you look at them, and especially have little peppers on everything and how you present it. Because I mean, that's really what you're doing on that bonsai. You're just growing it, keeping it small, and then probably the last month or so, change it to a bonsai style pot and then throw it in there. And because it's not going to be like some of them that has been growing forever. And where it's like over more than 1 year, because this has got to be start from seed to a 1 year plant. And then Rev seems like he's having issues.
No, I'm kind of glad you guys are talking instead of me.
Yeah.
No, he like totally hit the front side of my mouth on the side that I chewed it, and it's been pretty freaking hot.
And then I see Kyle was talking about the death spiral. Jared says he has over 160 varieties. Rob says he's going for 100 plus, 60 to 70 varieties. Brian has the lemon drops, Scotch bonnets, white halves, and a few others from Australia. Kyle's thinking about doing the bonsai. Is it with a Ahi White Fantasy? The other thing I have a question on is I posted, I messaged a couple people. Has anyone ever had multiple sprouts and multiple cells, and you only or thought you only planted one seed?
Do you mix your own soil?
No.
I do,
Well,
and yeah, I've had that, but it's usually because I'm like, I don't need this soil, nothing sprouted. Pop it back into a thing, and
like I said, I mean, I'm doing my own soil for the outdoor grow, but for just to get them started and keep them in the tents, yeah, I use Fox Farm Ocean Forest. But I mean, these you could tell they're the same plant, but they're like multiples and they're almost splitting. So we're like they're Siamese almost. They're so close together. And like I said, I posted, like I said, messaged a couple of people if they had that, and I was just curious. Because like I said, I mean, I thought I was pretty careful taking them out of the baggie, that I only had one seed per each, and then I put one in each, and then I have more than 10 cells having multiple sprouts. I mean, it's just not just one; it's like multiples. So I just think it's odd that I would go and plant that many extra seeds in the cells.
I gotcha.
Well, Kyle says I had 3 come up from a pea pod and I only put 2 in, so that comes out about the same.
Yeah.
Other Rob says I'm also excited for my HJ5 Helix Nebula from my buddy in Australia. And Alex is back from picking up his fiance, so welcome back.
Welcome back.
And like, well, what you were talking about, I mean, if twins are possible out of one egg and sperm, with a human, then I would imagine it could be possible with a seed.
Yeah, but this is multiple seeds, different people that I got the seeds from. It's not one person. And it just weird that I got that many. I mean, I guess maybe because I'm seeing it more because I have, I don't know, 160 cells going right now. and maybe because it just looks, for me, because there's so many seeds going, I didn't see it maybe in the past or whatever it was, but you see it more when you have, a lot more seeds going. I'm not sure. It just, I don't know. And I know someone told me that it may have been two stuck together, that were when you like de-seeded it or what have you, or what it might be. I'm not sure. So I was just curious on that.
Could you have maybe had two seeds stuck together just out of
Yeah,
curiosity?
that's the. I mean, I don't think so because, like I said, when I was separating everything, it looked like one seed to me. So, but I mean, I guess there's that chance. But then, what the chances of it happening 10 to 12 times. That's the thing. Because some have three or four sprouts. It's not just two. Some have like four, like it's a little forest in one cell.
Yeah, Brian, I know I'm still on presentation mode just because, like, it was just, I don't know, a minute or two ago, the heat just dropped off. Like, it hit that high part. I don't know. Just wanted to attention whore the spotlight.
Yeah, you just wanted to be out there for the ladies.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey.
so Alex is saying, did he eat the chip yet? Um,
3 now.
Alex didn't see the chip, Rev. Yeah, that happened to me. Now I just labeled the random sprout with a question mark. I haven't seen no chip.
Me neither.
So yeah, that leg is kicking in again.
Now, Jared, I didn't eat 2 chips. I ate 3 chips.
Yeah. Uh, what are you going to do with all the extra sprouts? Wire them together for a bonsai, or put them in separate cups?
Oh, I'm just pulling them. For me, like I said, I have a certain amount I'm doing of each one, and the extra ones, they're just getting pulled. So that'll be pretty soon because I'm going to take inventories shortly and then decide which ones I'm growing multiples of, which ones I'm growing singles, and then just be done with it. So they're at the young state right there. I just straight pull them and then be done with.
Should toss them in like another container. Keep it going.
Nah,
I hate killing plants.
I don't care.
Yeah, well, you take a look at what I harvested in just seeds for pak choi and lettuce last year. That when I started the hydroponics grow, I put in two, sometimes three seeds in each of the rock bowls. And if they all came up, it was pluck, pluck. I mean, I've got thousands and thousands of seeds after that. You know, and you can take it and pluck it and pull off any of the, or wash it off and eat it right like it is. So it's not like it's going to waste.
Yeah,
You can think of it as a pak choi sprout.
yeah.
Lettuce, I haven't done that with as far as sprouts go, but normally with those, I'll just take and throw them on the deck. And I have a family of rabbits that live under my wood pile. So any vegetables I throw them, or that I'm not going to use, I don't throw them out. I go out on my back deck and I spread them out over by their hole. And I'll come back the next morning and there will be tracks all over and they'll all be cleaned up. I was making potatoes the other day and I took a potato out and it had a big moldy spot on it. And I'm like, I'm not eating that. Walked over to the door, threw it out, and it landed about 2 feet from their hole. And I went out the next morning and the entire thing was gone. So at least I'm feeding the rabbits, so I know it's hypocritical or whatever. Not hypocritical. I hate them all summer long because they eat my garden, but yet I feed them all winter long.
Right.
Well, I feed them a lot during the winter. But like the squirrels, I used to rake up all the walnuts and put them away, and then once a week or so, I'd take a gallon bucket and go and dump them in my wishing well, so I could watch the squirrels come to my wishing well, go down in, come up, and they'd sit and eat the walnuts right there. Yeah, I haven't done that for a couple of years.
Yeah, but as far as me, I mean, I have no problem pulling them. I don't have no problem topping plants. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll chop it in half. I don't care. I mean, because I've seen the wind do that when I had a lot of my plants this past year. You know, the wind, I had so many windstorms, and they just basically got broken over, and they grew back fuller and better than they were. So they'll come back strong. So I have, like I said, I have no problem just chopping away. I know a lot of people, it's like, oh, I can't believe I'm going to do this to my plant. Well, whatever, I'll just chop it.
Jared says, Rev, I hate killing seedlings too, but every time I transplant, the extras I end up buried in plants I can't use.
Yeah, so he's basically saying that he's got so many plants that he can, I mean, there's nothing you can do with them all. So there's really no point of keeping them all. I mean, especially like room, if you have the room to grow them, if you don't have a lot of room to grow all the plants, I mean, what are you going to do with them all?
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, that for me, I mean, like I said, I've figured with enough spacing in the area I've allotted to my backyard, 124 to 130 is max. So that's going to be, 5 gallon smart pots spaced out, just like I did it this past year with 12 by 12 pavers, and then so many rows, so many, and width and length, and of course it'll have the shade tunnel slash just shade cloth over it again to keep the temperatures down since they get so hot up down here. So even though I do have to rebuild that, but I'm not going to do that until March because it's all tore to shreds. Like I said, after that snow we had in the 1st of December, it tore the shade cloth and broke all the conduit. So I'm just going to start from scratch. So
yeah, a structure like that wouldn't last too long up here.
No, I'm
like
still
that.
in last year's mode where like I didn't have nearly anything what I wanted to come up. So
Well, like I said, for me, I only have a handful that haven't come up, and that, like I said, for me, the one I really want, haven't seen that one, and but most everything else has come up, so it's still going. I just started my ricotos uh, 4 or 5 days ago, I believe, or whenever that was, 3 or 4 days ago. So hopefully by another 10 days or so, I'll see hopefully some ricotos. Even though I know everybody says they're hard to get going. Rob said that's something that came up easily for him. I know when he was saying so, it's hit or miss, and some people have good luck with them, some don't. I mean, I know I have one of the members of PLC. I know he was giving away a lot of his Manzano or the ricotta seeds that he had, the red ricotta. He said he had no luck with them, so he just sent them to a bunch of people and said, "Here, try them," because I had no luck germinating. So I know I've heard that several people. It just they say it's hard and it's one of the most challenging peppers to get going.
I think I have a couple seeds left over. I'm gonna try them again.
I mean, I soaked them this time. Well, the ricotas, I soaked them overnight, and then I planted them. So, like I said, we'll see. I did. I think I have 5 varieties going. So we'll see how that goes for me.
Well, and all I did was those cups that they're in, I filled it about halfway with water. Then I took the compost and pushed it in so that it wasn't muddy, but it was really wet.
Yeah.
Put one seed in, no, two seeds in each one, and 4 cups, and all 8 of them came up. That's what I did with all of them.
Yeah.
Uh, Kyle says, "Do you sell pods or make sauce, powders, and whatnot?" I make powders myself. Kyle's makes sauces, right?
Sauces. I make sauces. This year's goal for me is to make more sauces and to sell the pods. That's what I'm going for this upcoming year.
Cool.
My goal is to make powders or sauces.
And eat lots of them on live calls, live streams.
Sure.
Other Rob says, "I thought about planting my extras in nature by the creeks and rivers I fish in. I may even do a couple guerrilla style grow ops for just peppers in nature like that to see how it works." Yeah, especially if they can start propagating themselves and get more and more and more, just as long as they're not invasive.
But I believe the deer love peppers, and they love to top your peppers for you.
Yep, and pepper seeds seems to me are not digestible, are they? So the
I,
seeds would spread.
I believe so.
That might work.
Well, if you get pods. If you don't get pods, then it doesn't work. But
Yeah, like it says, at least I wouldn't have to kill my extras that way.
yeah, good
Well, it
point.
says,
And let nature do it for you.
yeah, but if you're helping a deer survive a little longer, then this for that.
Hmm.
Paula says, "Did you try scratching the surface of the seed to allow moisture to get in, Charles?"
With the ricotta,
I guess you do. That's probably what she's referring to because you were talking about it not being able to get up there.
I don't know. It's a good point. I'm gonna try that. If I have seeds left over, I'm gonna try them, and I'm gonna try to scratch them.
Yeah, because like I said, all I did was drop mine into almost mud.
Well, like I said,
Less
I'm
than mud.
I'm, I'm just waiting on the ricotas. I mean, they could come up. I mean, I just planted them a few days ago. Like I said, my thing is just the starburst. That and the Lenzo. So those are the only two I have problems with. And the Lenzo only had 2 seeds, the pod. So I have 2 seeds for that. I had 6 seeds of the starburst to start with. One came up with like a unileaf that would just like look genetically bad and wouldn't do anything. And then the other ones were just duds. And then I have 2 more, and I'm hoping that they're going to come up. So those are the 2 I have left. So that, like I said, as far as everything else is coming up. I mean, there may be a handful, but I mean, if I planted a lot of extra varieties, so I'm just like I said, I'm just going to pick till I have the amount that I want. So I just have a lot of things growing and just extra large 6 cell trays right now, and then I'm going to decide really what I want to have for this year and how many. So what I have is a grow list now may definitely change in the next week or two. So I mean, I may reduce it to 60 varieties and 2 plants each, or whatever it is, or what have you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go. I mean, I enjoy starting seeds and just to see them come up. I mean, that's just very interesting for me. So that and just I just enjoy that part of it. So we'll just wait and see what I got going on, because I mean it's going to be a lot. I mean, even if it's just 60 varieties of multiples, 120 plants is a lot to take care of. So even though I am going to, I do have a drip system for my outside, and then I'm actually looking at an injector too, to do injection into the drip system for fertilizer, because I want to kind of make it almost to where I don't have to, you know, do much of anything with all the multiple plants. So I'm gonna look into that as well. But I've already got the drip system. It's just adding the a little bit longer length of tubing, and then doing more lines for each smart pot or fabric pot, because I'm not doing all smart pots this year since I went with the Grow Sun because that was a better deal. So I have like 60 smart pots, 60 something Grow Sun fabric pots. So
Cool.
and then I have the big 500-gallon smart pot with my compost that, which is going to supply all the smaller smart pots or fabric pots. So I've got that just sitting out there amended with different things currently, and then I might add stuff until I set it into the smaller pots.
Gal says, "Sweet, we'll get those starbursts going. I will buy them if they are for sale."
But there's a lot of PLC members who have that Starburst. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say a lot, but I know at least of a dozen. So they're going to be around, but it's just a matter of how many the plant produces and how many they can send out. So if there's only a dozen or so people and there's only so many pods, they can't send that many pods out to everybody.
Yep. Let's see. Other options, I agree, Charles. I have no set list this year. Um, yeah, Paula was saying that's what I'm going to do when I try growing it. Talking about scratching the seeds. Kyle says, I'm right there with you, man, but I have 9 varieties of peppers and roughly 100 plants right now. I'm going to try to grow all of them, but also have 80 tomatoes. Wow. Other Rob says, the changes till they are in the ground. And Jared says, I want to add a fertilizer injector this year too.
I mean, there's multiple kinds of injectors too, because there's the Venturi, and then there's the other type of injectors. I know Peter Stanley had one on that little cart that he wheels out and what have you, and have that whole system. But uh, I'm just going to try to probably go with the Venturi injector, where you have the bucket. It goes by suction and draws in the fertilizer from the bucket. But then you got to choose the right fertilizer too, because you can't have something that's like, I think, even he was saying that multiple parts or whatever it is. I mean, unless you get multiple injectors. So I'm still doing research on all this injector stuff.
Wow, Brian says, I just ordered 192 tomato plants, 96 bell peppers, 96 pickling cucumbers, 48 straight, I think that's an 8,
Yeah,
cucumber
straight.
plants, 2 pounds each of string beans, blue lakes, corn, onions, or onion bulbs, and 48 Hungarian wax peppers. Hungarian wax is for my pepper relish. My dad and sister-in-law wants they want to can a lot this year. Later, I'll get some other stuff or small stuff that we usually put in watermelon, mushrooms. Cal says I just use chicken and quail poo, which is actually I hear is pretty good for fertilizer.
Chicken's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna add that to my mix. So
yeah, but yeah, Cal grows or raises chickens, so he's got a good supply of it. I
oh
have
yeah.
plenty of that, like he says. Those injectors are too complicated for me and too much to go wrong. It's Kyle says it's the best as far as the fertilizer goes. Yeah. Well, if you want to get really technical, chicken manure is the second best manure in the world. Snake manure is the best. It edges out chicken manure by quite a bit, but
I
it's
thought
also about
bat manure
10
was the
times the
best.
cost. Huh?
I thought bat manure was the best. Guano.
Well, it's up there with the chickens, but snake is by far the best because it's got all the extra animal fats and proteins and all that kind of stuff in it. Because there's no such thing as a vegetarian snake.
Except that one snake.
Except what one snake?
No, there's none.
I was just gonna say there's no such thing as a vegetarian snake. Even the cute little garter snakes are uh, they eat worms. They're predatory. All right, I'll be back. And no talking about me.
Oh yeah, we promise. All right, his microphone's muted. He's gone. Now
Yeah.
let's talk about him.
So we're going to talk about Rob.
Absolutely.
Um,
I couldn't think of a better topic right now.
yeah. So we got to get off of the snake poo, huh?
I don't know. If you want to stick with it, we can, but
And I think we should change.
yeah, Paul's got 16 chickens. They give me a lot of compost contributions. Yeah, and that's high in nitrogen. Or should be. That's what everybody says. So natural river compost for Rob's planters and gardens. That would be pretty good. I know we got a lot of sand around here. People always say like, "Oh, add a little sand. It's great for drainage."
Yeah, a lot of people use fish. So fish is is another one.
Yeah, fish emulsion, that's one whole thing. And fish in general, like the old timey thing that I always heard was like with, I don't know, 1950s type women that know their plants and stuff. Their whole thing was plant like a trout right there at the base of your rose bush, and that thing would produce a lot of flowers and everything like that because the fish would decompose and all that stuff would become fertilizer, and next thing you know, you got awesome plants going.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would be working with food plants, but I've heard that with roses a million times.
Well, it works with others. I've seen it on other videos for other types of plants.
Oh, right, like the Native Americans with the corn and the fish.
And then these other type of plants as well that you see a lot on those outdoor grows. They just cut the fish heads off and plant the fish heads around them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I use a lot. I mean, I use that, Neptune's harvest fish and seaweed, and that stuff works great. And then most people use Alaskan, so Alaskan is one of the most popular ones. I mean, it's the most readily available one. I mean, you can get it at Walmart or anywhere. So
Yeah,
Home Depot, Lowe's. I mean, wherever you go, you can find the Alaskan.
I've got a couple bottles in the garage.
Yeah, so I mean that's a go-to for most people. And that's what Kyle was saying. He just buried the whole fish.
But the Alaskan, that's more like fish poo. It's not exactly like burying a fish.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's more like fish emulsion.
Yeah,
But either one, they both work.
yeah,
I mean, the fish emulsion, that's kind of what you're getting when you do aquaponics.
yeah.
Well, I guess that's really what you're getting with aquaponics, but you also get pee, so there's that too.
So is he going unmuted? Okay, we can stop talking about Rob now.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Shh, he's back.
Well, when you're talking about fish and all that kind of stuff, every time I clean the tanks out, mind you, I've got a 125-gallon tank, and I have a 3/4 inch hose that runs out. And before the storm took out the big tree in my front yard, I would take and point the hose at the tree, and everywhere that the water went, um, if you didn't cut it, you'd see that it would grow about twice as fast as the grass that's all the way around it. And that where I set the hose down, it'd go across the grass, surround the tree, and then go off from there if there was enough of it. But yeah, it's perfect proof positive that that is definitely some
Oh
good
yeah.
fertilizer.
I mean, because when I had my 90-gallon cichlid tank, that's what I did. I mean, I had a big, gigantic fluval filter, and I'd ran the whole thing when I cleaned it out outside, and wherever it went outside, you could see the grass or whatever it was. It's just totally different.
Yep. Rob says the silt has a lot of sand in it around here, but not sandy like it is out your way. The natural river compost, like I speak of, is just decomposing plant matter and still silt mixed together where it washes up.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Hal says, I bet that river compost is some good stuff. It's everything everybody tries to mimic. Okay. Brian says 1950s women that knew a lot about plants. Get 'em, Paula. Okay, laughing out loud. Other Rob says, also the fish help fertilize it too, so it's good dirt. And yep, Kyle, I live in the river valley, but I like to go to the source for my compost. I live in a river valley too, so there.
Yeah, and the fish are good for compost, but so is everything else, like grass and leaves and all that stuff. Mix them all together, bang, you got compost. I've never been a good compost master. I've tried for many years, and yeah.
I just went and purchased mine, so
Oh yeah, that's what I do.
I
No,
just.
I've tried to actually make it, but I
Oh,
do it.
I mean, these guys know where I got it from, knew what they were doing, so I just got 2 yards full of it. So that was enough. What with the calculations for what I needed for all my pots. So it's and then I mixed some green sand with it. Um, so I added enough green sand in it because they can't put it with the compost or anything else because here the regulations are that that's a fertilizer, so they can't mix it. Um, they had to they have to sell all that stuff separate. And then, like I said, for me, I just use that one shot from Nectar for the Gods, which is basically every meal. So you got kelp meal, uh,
Bone meal,
meal,
blood meal.
every meal that's in it's all pelletized and granular, and just threw that in there. Then worm castings, and then like I said, I'm going to add some chicken manure. Of course, I don't have my own chickens here, but you could buy that as well, just the chicken manure. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. So compost, green sand, the pretty much all the mills, um, and the worm castings and chicken manure. So that's going to be my mix pretty much.
Yeah, I
Uh,
love having any kind of mix. Like no matter what, like even if you don't have a mix, like go to the box store, grab like some organic compost, grab some perlite, peat moss, bang, there's a mix.
Yeah,
You want to add a little blood meal to it, there's some more. Want to add some bone meal, you know,
a little bit of Epsom salt.
make your own mix.
yeah,
I've been
Okay.
doing that. Like I have no clue what I'm doing, but I've been making my own soil since like 2008. And it works for when I actually get the plants to pop up, not for propagating. So, in case anybody wants to point that out.
Okay, let me catch up on the chat here. Other Rob says I have a small creek in my yard that has minnows in it, and I'll probably use that water exclusively this year for my plants. Okay. Joe says, hope you all have an awesome night. If anyone gets bored after the live show, please check out my new edit, week 63. A lot of you will enjoy it. And then, okay. And he says, thank you all. Other Rob says, that's why the river compost is so good. It is a collaboration of everything that washes into the river and washes up together and sits there and rots. Yep, good way of looking at it.
Well,
Kyle
as
says,
a
what
compost
about
for you.
nutrients? Anybody use nutrients in the soil? I don't when I first plant, but after the plants start growing, I use Master Blend. I take the hydroponic solution measurements and I cut it in half, and I will take and dump, like 2 cups into each plant multiple times during the year, and that seems to help.
And I just ordered Master Blend because I was chatting with a couple other people, and that's what they use, and I'm gonna try that too in my plants. So this is my first go around at that as well. So see how the Master Blend works.
I've been using Master Blend for 2 years now. This will be my third. And I love that stuff. And whether you keep on using it or not, it's great for, I don't know, once they're like 2, 3 inches tall and up. Like kind of like one of those like not suitable for 3 and under.
Yeah,
Kind of warnings you find on kids' toys.
yeah,
But
that's why I take
once they're big enough, then heck yeah, use it.
yeah,
But
that's why I take the solution and cut it in half.
I keep mine full strength.
I've used so many different kind of nutrients. Like I said, I'm still playing around. So I mean, I go back and forth, and I mean, the easiest thing for me was just like I said, just that fish and seaweed. That was the one of the easiest things for me. I did the Nectar for the God series, which is well, I mean, it's not complicated, but it's a lot of steps, So you have, and then it just becomes so costly. That's the other main thing. It's just so costly when you're having to buy all these nutrients and putting all these different ones in and to make the blend that you're doing, and especially if a lot of plants, it's just too costly to do.
That's my favorite thing about Master Blend. That stuff is really, really cheap. Like, I mean, yeah, it'll get a little bit expensive, but I mean, I don't think I've spent more than $60, something like that, in like 3 years. And I've got enough to last me right now. Oh, geez. I've got more than I've ever had before. So I'm willing to bet I can go at least another 3 years with almost any amount of plants that I have, if not maybe four.
Yeah, I bought a 5 pound bag of it, and I used that 2 years ago, last year, and I'm using it now, and I'm about halfway through it.
I bought a 2 pound bag to start with, and I finally made it through all the Cal Nye and the Master Blend. But I bought a 5 pound bag. Oh man, I've used that all of last year and like all of this year and everything. I still have my kitchen plants going and pit bull
Uh,
blocking my face.
That's what I opted for the 5 pound. So I think that was like I think $30
Mm.
for the Master Blend, the calcium was it calcium nitrate,
Hmm.
and then the Epsom salt.
I've
Those,
never bought the Epsom salt online. I just buy it at the grocery store.
yeah. Oh, I just bought it as a package on Amazon. So it's
Probably
just all
cheaper that
three
way.
different those. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna find out next week on
Hmm.
some test subjects.
Oh, I love that stuff. It works great. That's what I've used for my deep water culture beds in my greenhouse.
Mhm.
That's what they've got. I just fill them up with Master Blend right up to the bottom of the cup and let them go. And they just drain down. There's my dog again.
I just want it to be warm out.
Yeah, when I got up last, it was actually really snowing. So we might actually get a little bit of snow.
Yeah.
It's weird to us. We don't get snow.
But just think, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, you'll be back in the 70s again.
I hope.
Hmm.
Last year it was 80s in February. It didn't
Yeah.
say 80s, but it was for like 2, 3, 4 days in a row.
Yeah. Other Rob is saying, me too, Rob. Let's just let it be warm again.
Heck yeah, I'm sick of this cold.
Yeah, the summers are so
I've
nice
had to wear
here.
shoes like 4 days. It's not cool.
The summers are so nice here, but they're so short. I think that's one of the reasons why I stay. But I love the summers here, but the winters just. And other Rob says we got 5 inches of snow yesterday. I'm glad we didn't get that. We got about half an inch the night before last. Just one of those annoying snows. All right, Paula says bedtime. Good night. Good night, Paula.
Night.
Later, Paula.
You'll be joining us Monday, right?
But
Live with us.
I hate that
Alex
song.
says,
I hate that
things,
song,
let it
Alex.
snow, let it snow, let it snow. Other Rob says, I'm in Middle Tennessee and stuff shuts down with half an inch. I can believe that. I was in Georgia just before that snowstorm hit 5 years ago. That dropped or went from heavy rain to snow to freezing ice, and then to snow that shut everything down for 4 days. Yeah, I was supposed to go back in the time that they were shut down, and they canceled all the flights going in. So Kyle's asking, Rev, you ever go catch any striped bass? And I don't believe he has because he talks about saltwater being everywhere around. But then again, I don't know anything about fishing either. Other Rob says, I haven't gotten mail since Saturday. Whoops. And then he says goodnight to Paula. Yeah, I guess Saturday would work because Monday was a national holiday, so that's 2 days. But yeah, okay. You can tell I'm not a fisherman. Hmm. Yes, saltwater. Okay, I have learned something today.
What was it?
Uh,
Striped bass?
yeah.
Yeah, striped bass also fresh. It could go fresh too.
Okay. If I get 5K subs by then, hashtag subs for the grub. So yeah, 5,000 subs for Paula, and she'll join us live on the call. Mind you, that's only 3,700 more.
So hopefully she'll have a really good weekend.
Yeah. Well, not for everybody $1 to join. What am I and are we looking at?
Okay. If this is working, this is what it's looking like outside right now.
Oh, the snow.
Talk again so you go active.
And he's gone.
Yeah. He just logged in with his phone for a second, but Kyle says, yeah, we have them here in Lake Texoma. Get a bit bigger in saltwater. Other app says we get huge striped bass in Tennessee.
Well, for me, I prefer saltwater fishing. But I mean, I'm only 45, 50 miles from the coast as well, too. So,
Hmm.
but I mean, there's a lot of freshwater lakes and everything around here, but I just prefer saltwater.
I was in LA one time to pick up a car. Went to the ocean, stuck my finger in it, and left. That's the closest I've been to being in the ocean.
Yeah, but that ocean's like super cold over there too, and it gets deep real quick too. You can't. It's not like here we have so many sandbars. I mean, you just it takes forever to get anything like chest deep. You got to go a pretty good distance. So it's not like a big drop off like in the Pacific or something.
Doing.
I've caught many of red drum or redfish. Yeah, redfish in Galveston, plenty of them.
Red drum, puppy drum.
Well, yeah. So I mean, you're going for redfish. I mean, Galveston. I've seen. If you ever go to Galveston State Park, there's tons of redfish everywhere in there. Shark. Yep, had my share of shark experiences. They ate my whole stringer of trout. One time, all I had was speckled trout heads left from a 6 foot black tip.
You went blurry for some reason, Charles.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, as far as that, like, yeah, one time I was wade fishing and there's a 6 foot black tip and ate my whole stringer. So all I had was 6 trout head. So that was, I didn't actually, I wasn't intending catching sharks, but the shark was hovering around and ate my whole stringer.
I like this whole subs for the grub, but 5K. It seems pretty steep, Paula. I bribed Rob with like 120.
Other Rob says, I only fished freshwater, but I'm a multi-species fanatic. Last year I caught 33 or more species in the creeks by me.
The creeps by me.
I hate autocorrect.
Yes, and we all hate autocorrect.
I never use autocorrect. I'm like, whenever I'm on a live stream, I'm always typing on my desktop. So if I mistype something, you know it was from me.
BD says, I think in South Florida it's supposed to be in the 30s late tonight. That's just ridiculous. You guys aren't supposed to be that cold. I bet you people, when I worked in the office in Georgia, 53, 55 degrees, people come walking up with hats on and parkas on and jackets, and they're sitting there freezing, and I'm standing there pretty much dressed like I am now with my sweater on, looking at them like, hey, this is a little bit chilly, but it's not that chilly. I'm sitting there shivering and can't stop.
Oh, around here, we had like the last snow we got like 3 inches or something like that. I went to the grocery store. There's people there in shorts and a t-shirt and everything. And I'm like, what the heck is wrong with you people? Like, I showed up without shoes, but I mean, for crying out loud, you at least have to wear pants and like, long sleeves.
Kyle says, very cool. I like catching anything, crappies, smallmouth, bigmouth, cats, stripers, bream, anything that bites. Carp are really fun to catch also. Other app says, I'm on my phone, so autocorrect runs me. BD says, we catch snook here.
Yeah, they have all those mangroves there, though. The snook loves hanging around the mangroves.
Kyle's asking, you have peacock bass in Florida, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was another species that was introduced to Florida. But Florida's got every species introduced, no matter what it is. So I think they got, they've got so many different things. I mean, they got one of the biggest python problems there is. I mean, it's just taking over their whole state with all the pythons and everything.
Yeah, they've got like no limit on pythons. Like you actually get paid for every python you take out.
But if they're going to hit the 30s tonight, that's going to wipe out the majority of that population, or a very large part of it.
Well, we can all hope.
You know,
Does everybody kind of figure I'm not a snake fan?
yeah, unless they can find somewhere warm and it doesn't stay around that uh, cold that long, they might survive. But otherwise, they're not going to make it. A friend of mine was pulling up to his house in the alley, saw a log across the road, got out, went up to look at it, and it was a big boa constrictor. It's 47 degrees outside, and it was so cold it could hardly move. You know, it was on the verge of dying. So he just bent over, picked it up, brought it back to his car, set it in his car, drove the few houses down to get home, went in, grabbed a pillowcase, came out, grabbed the snake, put it in the pillowcase, brought it in the house. And the next day he brought it to me. So somebody had a captive boa that got away and apparently crawled out of the sewers or wherever it was, and yeah, almost died because he almost ran it over.
Hmm.
I'd have kept on
So,
driving.
huh?
I'd have kept on driving.
Well, he got donated to the reptile zoo that was here back then. Cal says, I recently picked up fly fishing, going to build a fly rod this year. The other app says, I accidentally found the PLC on G Plus, but I've been on there for years and always been a chillhead, so I was stoked to find such a great community of awesome people. Love y'all. Oh, come on, you gotta smile because you're part of the group too.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have some
I
fun.
mean, it is. I mean, that it is one of the greatest. I mean, as far as I've been on so many different, you know, uh, forums or whatever else, and it just like it is. It's one of the better. They're everyone's willing to help. Give you feedback. You know, everybody's rooting for you. I mean, it's just a good group. So I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, that's why I'm on there every day. I mean, I guarantee you that I'm on there every single day, and uh, I try to respond to as many uh, you know different posts that I can. Sometimes I don't know the answer for, so if I don't have an answer, I mean, I'll just click on the +1 to show that I looked at it. But I mean, if I don't have an answer, I mean, there's no point for me to respond. I'm pretty sure somebody out there knows the answer.
Yeah. Other app says, sweet, I love fly fishing, Kyle. If you need any flies, I can probably send you some. BD says, in Tarpon 2, they put up a crazy fight. Kyle says, seen so many vids of Tarpon. BD says, in the Everglades, the pythons eat gators.
Yep.
Yeah, if they're small enough. If the gators are small enough. Kyle says, crap, Tarpon, sorry. Brian's laughing.
Yeah,
So,
you
10-minute
want to watch
marker.
out for those tampon videos. Make sure you watch out for the tampon videos.
I hope I said tarpon, because that's what I read it
He
as.
said tarpon, but he said tampons, so
Yeah,
we're just gonna.
we'll let it. We could have just let it go at yeah. But
I
anyway,
don't think we could have let that go. We
ah,
love us some typos.
That was a pretty good one.
10-minute marker, guys.
What does that mean?
10 minutes left. Get ready to start doing your outros. I'm gonna starting them earlier because you like to keep talking later. So now you can start your talk later, and we'll end at the right time.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you.
we always start late, so it all works out.
Yeah.
Oh, bye, Dolly. I guess you're gone. She was here.
Yeah, I haven't seen Dolly write anything for quite a while. Uh, Kyle, I'm not reading that one. Okay. Kyle says, hard to pass up.
Hard to pass
Yeah.
up what, Rob?
See, Rob B, the other Rob, says Kyle loved Tarpon videos, is what he meant to write, but he put in the typo, and I'm not going to say that because that's just
What,
not
what
how I am. So,
I don't think I understand. What's the typo?
yeah, there's no typo. It says Tarpon. And Kyle says hard to pass up, and Rob is laughing his backside off.
I don't know. I don't understand what's going on here. There's a lot of like.
Somebody loves
Yeah.
tampon videos. That's what's going on, bro.
Ah,
And by God, if it makes Rob laugh, we're gonna go with it. At least we have one viewer that's laughing. He's laughing.
Wait.
yeah,
I
mind
don't
you, that's
understand
other
that.
Rob, not me.
Oh yes, not you, sir.
I don't understand that. Laughing his.
A off.
So, Charles, how would you like to start your outro? Tell people who you are, where your YouTube channel is, and things of that nature.
My YouTube channel is Charles P. You can find me of course, on YouTube. There, Google Plus. I'm Charles Polk. I'm regularly there. I'm always posting, so you can always send me a Google Hangouts message if you want to chat or have any questions or what have you. Um, Still have some sauces for sale at the Pepper Lovers Marketplace, so you can also check that out at Google Plus and Pepper Lovers. And that's pretty much all I got going on. I'm here. I've been here regularly for the past few weeks on Monday and Wednesdays, so I intend on keep going with that.
And you're loving every minute of it.
I am, especially when we're talking about tampons.
And like Brian said, Alberta Pepper just posted a seed giveaway just now. I believe 3 minutes ago.
I will have to check out that later.
Yeah.
You're saying it was a tough one for him for that Butch T.
That was really good. I said so many things to that video while it was live, but only posted like one comment. I think I was like, "Hey, way to go, Alex!" But no, there were so many things I said while he was live. Like, "Oh man, like it comes in waves, doesn't it?" You know, dumb things like that.
Cool. So my turn. My turn. Most people know me, Rob Z, on YouTube, and Yankees 50 on YouTube as well for my Minecraft channel. I grow peppers and lettuce and pak choi and a bunch of other things in rather unusual ways at times, especially like my hydroponic setup or my bottle garden setup. So that's what I do my videos on. So yeah, also a member of PLC on there often. So
Well, I
yeah.
believe you mentioned that you have a YouTube channel that you're on right now, but you also have another channel that
You
I
mentioned
don't
it, you
believe
did,
you
because
you just kind of like glossed over it and like didn't really, let everybody know what it is. So maybe you should just re-mention that real quick.
I play Minecraft as well on my second channel. My
Oh my
second
God, you
channel.
play Minecraft? I love Minecraft. How can I
You
find your
don't even
channel?
know the game. You can't love Minecraft, you putz.
I really don't like Minecraft, but oh my
No,
God, if
you
I
never
did,
played it.
where would I find your channel?
Yankee Ace 50. YANKEEACE number 5 number 0. Really
And is
easy.
it
Yankee Ace
free to
50.
join your YouTube channel where you do the Minecraft that I have no clue about anything about it? Because
If you
I
go
would
and
hate
watch
to
my
have to pay
videos,
for that subscription. That's a lot of money.
If you go watch the first 5 videos, just the first 5, you'll probably be hooked and say, "I want to do that."
Wait, so you're saying that if you watch the first 5, you'll be hooked, and then you will pay for the subscription to actually subscribe to you on YouTube?
But you
I
don't
don't
have to
get
pay
how
to
this
subscribe
works.
to me. Speaking of which, you have an announcement that you need to make tonight, so you might want to get to that.
An announcement.
Something you did yesterday.
I've got a dog. Oh,
All right, if you
no.
don't want to talk about it, I'm not going to push it, but you were supposed to make an announcement today.
All right. Well, Rob has pressured me into making a Patreon, and
I
I got
did
a
not pressure
Patreon
you.
account. It's
Blame it all on
almost
me.
it's almost completely set up, but it's actually out there, and it's patreon.com/RevToesTV. So go over there and make fun of it. That'll be great. Give it thumbs down. I don't even know if you can do that, but
Kyle, I am familiar with the art game. I am thinking I might want to try it, but I want to see a little bit more on it. But right now, Minecraft takes up the majority of my free time. But yeah, Wells Knight is playing Ark, and it looks really interesting. He's playing it with his wife.
it's
So,
hilarious.
yeah,
Like Minecraft, but with dinosaurs. I don't even know
yeah,
what that means, but I kind of want to play.
yeah. You go around and you basically tame dinosaurs, and you build stuff, and you
Can you
work with
make
the
dinosaurs
environment.
attack each other?
Huh?
Can you make dinosaurs attack each other?
If you get one tamed and another dinosaur comes in, yes, you can tell the dinosaur that's tamed to go and fight the other ones.
I'm kind of intrigued on this one.
Yeah. Other Rob says, awesome fish are fun with a fly rod. What weight rod do you have? BD says, yeah, I watched it today. Must be talking. Something else I would imagine. Lost track. Kyle says, I don't know the weight. I haven't gotten that far into it just yet. Once I start building one, I will really dig into it. BD says, he said he is lactose, so it must be lactose intolerant, so he could not drink milk um, after the burn. Kyle
Don't,
says,
don't drink milk when you're eating hot peppers. It's not worth it. You get like a split second of, oh, that feels better, and then it's right back to the burn. You're better off just riding the burn out. I don't get why people like are so obsessed with the milk. Like, oh,
yeah,
it makes it so good. Oh, it's right back to burning. Oh, that's so good. Oh, it's right back to burning. Like,
that's why
I
you
don't get
eat
it. Just,
cheese.
yeah, just ride that thing out.
Kyle says, you use the dinos to protect you and help build stuff, and you can ride them. And
Ooh.
if they're birds, you can actually fly with them. If they're dolphins or sharks, you can actually swim with them. But yeah, and if one attacks, you can have them attack the other ones back and butcher the dead ones. Okay, what kind is it? It will say on the rod what weight it is. For example, 6 WT. I will have to get back to you on that, says Kyle. All right, do your outro.
My outro would, if I had an outro, it may or may not sound like this. I've got an outro. And on this live stream, I apply that outro. And everybody likes when I do an outro, including Rob, who was patiently waiting for an outro. So the outro kind of goes like this. I love the awkward pause part of the outro. That's my favorite part. There's going to be an outro, I swear. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I just want to let you know that I'm now a Patreon of Reptos TV.
Cool.
Way to go, Rev.
Yeah, there's a Patreon. All right. Well, Rob made me do it, people. I swear.
I did not.
He even messaged me yesterday and was like, "You're gonna do that Patreon, right?" And I'm like,
No, I sent you a reminder notice
yeah."
stating that you were going to do that yesterday. You said you would do that if I did my thing. I did my thing, so I reminded you to do yours.
What was your thing, Rob?
My Twitch account.
Which is? Oh.
I don't know. I haven't used it yet. I have it all set up, and it's all set to do live streaming when I get to that point, and I'm going to try it out on Saturday afternoon. So if somebody wants to come on and watch me live stream Minecraft, sometime Saturday afternoon, I'm going to go and do that. And I'll put a notice on YouTube saying I'm live streaming now, and then hopefully I'll be able to get it up and get it running, and maybe one person will come and watch me.
And that is exactly how I wanted to end this live stream. So subscribe to Rob Z so you can find out when he's going to do his video about him going live on Twitch with his new channel, which will be this weekend. And you can come back and tell him how awesome it is on Monday when we'll be back live with the great Dave from Grown at Home in West Virginia. So... Hey.
And the great Charles.
What's that?
And the
Yeah,
great Charles
of course. Of course.
I'll be here.
Like,
And
if Charles isn't here, I'm just going to
we'll
cry.
we'll be watching Rev eat a candy bar. So for his heat addiction.
Or sugar addiction, whatever way you want to put it. But
I don't have a sugar addiction, so it'll be a rush.
So make sure
You'll get a sugar rush and an endorphin rush all at the same time.
So make sure you come and check that out because the great Dave Grown at Home in WV will be back here on Monday. So make sure you come back, check that out. Rob will be telling us how great his first time going live on Twitch will be. And we'll be doing all that fun stuff. And as always, we've been live. It was awesome. You were here. You loved it. It was great. We'll catch you next time. So.
Later, guys.
Thanks, everybody, for showing up and watching. We'll see you later.
Later.